You need to be quiet, right?
Kinda. Shh. Lisa, I plug your channel all the time. Everybody go see Lisa's channel.
When you want to get off that darkest ground.
That's Mr. Asshats. Let's be polite.
Indeed.
Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this
It's a little pug.
when you want to get off the darkest ground. But gravity pulls you straight down.
No, we're missing the Superman effect, and then it would be perfect.
We're getting a lot more Patreons than we used to have.
Look all over his beard on it.
I remember when the entire list was like 6 people.
Yeah.
I was one of them. Dance party.
Take my pants off?
I'll get the glow sticks.
They used to be lighters. I don't know what's happened.
There is the.
Glow sticks are safer.
Fire hazard, maybe?
Maybe something like that. All right, well, welcome back, everyone. It seems like days since we've done a...
Seems like it might have been a day.
something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Pelt. It's been less than a week.
Indeed.
Some of us were here just the other day,
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Was that yesterday or Wednesday?
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
Yeah, I know. I forgot to show up.
Well, you didn't forget. You were you remembered it. You were just engrossed in another activity. That happens to all of us. Not to worry. Next time we'll give you a buzz to make sure, because you said you wanted to be here. So I blame.
That happens to me a lot when I get engrossed in breathing.
I blame Jackson.
Yeah.
Boy, do you realize what you're getting into, kid?
Anyway, so you wished, if you take a look in the chat, I told you I'm a logical Christian. In fact, science is one of my favorite subjects. And unlike Kent Hovind, I don't say that ironically.
Yeah, well, did you caught my response to that? Did you not?
Good thing we have a chat, so that this doesn't need to be discussed on air.
And you wished, by the end of this thing, keep in mind that you volunteered to be here.
Oh yes, I know.
Indeed, this
You
was
have any beer?
this was by.
I have something better than beer. I actually have Republic whiskey.
I have soda.
This could be.
I do not have beer.
This could be
I will
dangerous.
Never have beer.
Wish has signed the consent contract.
Alrighty.
I'm a veteran of watching these things, so I'm pretty prepared for this.
All right.
So you say.
It's always different actually being on than watching.
Jared, I was Navy too, so.
Oh, all right. We're safe. Okay.
I was Navy too, so.
All right.
There's a lot of Navy vets here.
Indeed. All right. Well,
I'm going to pin everyone to the bulkhead.
I hit up a lot of sailors.
All right. Well, here's what we got for tonight.
Dance off when you said that, Cameras.
Great.
What?
Well, we've got some very interesting subject matter for the evening. We've got 4 choices that the wheel will hopefully help us decide. We've got Hovind the Younger, Hovind the Elder. You know what? Fuck it, word. I'm not even. I don't care how you say it. It's fuck it, word. And
It's fuck wits. I get it right.
And spirit science. Those are our 4 choices for the evening. And I guess before that, I have only one announcement. for today in housekeeping. Tomorrow.
Wait. We need to know that we are actually in housekeeping.
Housekeeping. Housekeeping section of the show.
I'm jealous.
Also, Paul is in chat.
Oh, hi, Paul.
Paul says we can't do Hoven the Younger because he doesn't want to have to come in.
Yeah, right. Well, we have to see what the what the wheel says. But anyway, for housekeeping, well, first.
Physicist says he needs his antipsychotics for spirit science.
I have a bottle of that right here next to me.
First, I guess we ought to mention what a great success the off-scheduled movie night was, and the benefit for show. That was great. Hit the goal, and that's thanks to all the fine people you're looking at right now in the public chat there. And,
Sai, were there any after-show donations, or did it halt right there?
I think we took it. We did make it private right after, so that didn't happen because Sean's he's one of those ethical sorts. If it got 10 cents over what was needed, he's starting to feel guiltier and guiltier with it. So I didn't hear of any. I will have to ask Sean.
We went over by
Yeah. But that was a great success. I was very happy to see that, but not surprised. This community has always taken care of its own, and it's heartening to see that. So, speaking of doing good stuff, we Science Strike Force are also doing good stuff. We are the primary sponsor for a 5K tomorrow, which is to benefit a volunteer first aid squad, which the primary sponsor is we got, they do drawings and prizes for all the runners. We bought the top prizes, which was 2 beach cruiser bicycles. Oh, wow. And I'll try to get a little video of that tomorrow morning at some ungodly hour. I'm gonna have to go right from this show, I think. But anyway, so that's the because volunteer squads are a bunch of good folks, and they do keep people from being dead, which is a good thing. So, indeed, and all right. Well, that's all I got. Does anyone else have any pre-show announcements they want to make? Not, we'll save the plugs for the plug and pug section. But anybody have? Oh. Jen, you got the hand up. Do you have an announcement you'd like to make?
Yeah, back in the old days, we called that first aid squad an acid rescue at the concerts.
I see.
Okay.
I see. All right. Very good. Okay, so great show, everybody. I'll catch you all next week. That was really cool. And thanks a bunch. And I guess that's not gonna fly. There's only one thing left to do. Bring up the Wheel of Misfortune.
Oh, I get to do the incantation, don't I?
If you feel strongly about it, please proceed.
I always do. Wheel of Misfortune, turn, turn, turn. Show us the stupid that we should burn. Spin it.
Now, because I have great respect for you people, and I'm sure your eyesight is much better than mine because I haven't cleaned my glasses in like a month and a half.
That wasn't a very long spin.
Is it PW?
Has the wheel stopped moving, or
yes,
No.
it has.
At PW.
Has stopped moving.
Blue zone.
No, I see it moving.
No, it stopped. It stopped, guys. I want to debunk the fuckwit.
But hey, language there, young fella. Anyway, all right. I thought there was there might have been some folks rooting for either of the two Hovens, and certainly Spirits. All right, so
Spirit science would have been nice, but I'll go with fuck it word.
All right. Yep. That's
We can do Phuket.
Yeah. Well, spirit science is that's an easy night because he really doesn't say anything. He just kind of
No,
babbles.
spirit science is high on lemuriatic acid.
Well, this spirit science would have been an hour and a half. That's his video. So
All right.
And do you know how long it takes us just to get through 30 minutes of spirit science?
Yeah, that is true. Well, this one, we're in luck. This is why do I say things like that? I was about to curse us. I'll just give you the length of the video. I wasn't going to say the rest of what I was going to say.
If we spent, if it takes longer than 3 syllables before we say drink, that'd be great.
Yes. Let's try and let them speak a bit.
But you forget this is Phuket word we're talking about. So it's only going to take 2 syllables before somebody's yelling drink.
You wish it's fuckwit. Get it right.
Oh, all right. Anyway,
I was warned about my language earlier, so I have to call in.
Has anybody got a bar of soap, by the way, for Tornado's mouth? He's just with the harsh language. All right, this video is 20 minutes and 56 seconds long. I don't think so.
It's got to be Lifebuoy.
Yes, of course.
I might still have a bar of lava soap hanging around.
Ooh.
Oh! I have to point out a comment from Ugly German Truth.
Okay.
Oh, beep. Why is the first thing I see here at Sci Strike the circular object of suicide-inducing despair?
Because that's why.
All right.
And BM Furball says, "Bring on Gigantor."
All right. Well, so as not to let's see. Let's get back to the correct screen here. There we go. And and Blitz, I hope you noticed. Fixed. See? Fixed. All right. This one is... What the hell is it? You sure you want to do this one? All right, here we go. This one is called Sun Shadows Only Possible on Flat Earth, not Globe.
Drink? No, it's not.
You can't call drink.
Let him make
let him start this.
Let him try to explain the claim first.
All right. Very good. Everybody knows the rule.
Very unsightly.
All right, everybody knows the rules. If by some chance this individual says something that is not quite right and demands a response, just yell drink. We'll stop the video. Raise the hand, you get called on, and you get to say your whatever you got to say. Alrighty. Yay. Here it comes, and I guess it's a preemptive. We're sorry for this.
Real quick, while Sai gets that going. I know Pleiadius has since corrected themselves, so this was a typo. But so a sick hour show. We should get Thurstick on here and have him ramble for an hour.
Alrighty, here it comes. And we're still sorry. Hadn't even started yet, and we're sorry. Jesus.
Hello, Flat Earth researchers, debaters, and debunkers.
Hello,
Many of
fuckwit.
the so-called proofs that we live on a globe are related to making observations of the sun. Of course, the assumed heliocentric model is that we have a gigantic sun and we are on a tiny Earth that's rotating to give us night and day, and that the Earth is orbiting the sun once a year. And in connection with that, we have the Gregorian calendar, and we are told to imagine this.
Yeah. The video's volume is awfully low.
I've noticed that. This is jacked all the way up.
But hang on. It's saying that the volume's low, but is that really a bad thing, people?
Yeah, well, it should be audible.
It's hard for us to call drinks if we can barely hear it.
Yeah.
Just drink anyways. You'll be happier.
There is that.
All right, let's see if I can do something weird with this to... Let's see what we got in here. We will boost it.
Dice Strike.
Yes.
I have a question. Are you perhaps running this through VLC?
No. This is... Here we go. Let's try this. This is up by... Here we go. Let's see how this sounds.
Heliocentric model.
Not much better. Let's get a little.
Run it through VLC. It has a max volume amplification of 200 to maybe even 400.
What is this? Here we go.
That's why I use it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, VLC is a very useful thing as well. I agree.
It just takes time to set that
Are
up.
told that this is our reality because
better.
of the
It's better.
observation.
I can give it a little bit more. I just don't want to distort it because we don't want to. We don't want to miss any of the logic and reason. Here we go. A little bit more here. Yeah, I was going to say that. All right, here we go.
You heard the meow, meow.
Of course, we have
There we go.
experiments of old that are said to have proven irrefutably that we live on a spherical Earth of a certain diameter or circumference simply by observing the shadows created by the sun, Eratosthenes. So, of course, we've got this idea that people who go against this idea or question this idea, i.e. flat earthers, are questioning 2,500 years of science that proves we live on a globe. But I'm going to just have a look at how it's impossible.
Alrighty. And augmenting the counter. Blitz! What do you got?
The point isn't necessarily how old the science is, so much as how simple it fucking is.
Okay. Tornado, what do you got?
It's not even just the sun shadows that completely knacker the idea of a flat Earth. I have 6 observations that anyone could do with the naked eye, and for the final one, maybe just a little bit of money for a plane ticket to Dubai so that you can watch the multiple sunsets from the frickin' Burj Khalifa. The sun and the moon don't change angular size during the day and night cycle. In fact, their angular size is relatively constant enough from day to day that we don't have to worry about it. The sun and the moon's angular speeds do not shift wildly hour by hour. The moon's phase always matches its angular separation from the sun, which also does not wildly vary hour by hour. The fact that we even see sunrises and sunsets at all. There's also this interesting thing called crepuscular rays, the fact that the sun and the moon aren't always visible 24/7, and of course the multiple sunsets. 6 observations, maybe even 7, that completely knacker the idea that Earth is flat. And that's just the sun and the moon. The stars also have 2 points of rotation on the celestial sphere. So, all those observations combined completely knacker the idea that the Earth is flat. It renders the flat Earth idea to be complete bollocks.
Okay.
Our powers combined, Tornado is Captain Globe.
All right.
Maybe the tectonic plates are kind of joined together like gears, and they kind of spin next to each other and stuff.
Could be. Could very well be. All right. And you wished. What do you got?
Well, just because you don't understand the science or the experiment does not necessarily mean they are wrong. So you don't get to deny something you don't understand.
Actually, they pull that card a lot. It's
I
called the
know.
argument from incredulity.
Oh, I know. That's the reason why I'm saying it the way I'm saying it, so they understand it.
Indeed. All right. And let's see. Did we want to categorize that one? Was that a just plain wrong? What do you think?
Sure. Just
Yeah.
plain wrong.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, that's a plain wrong.
All right. And moving on.
Possible that we could have something like the Eratosthenes experiment showing us that we live on a globe, given the idea that the sun is massive and the earth is a tiny rock spinning around orbiting the sun.
All righty.
Using how do I want to say this? That experiment does not require that the sun is supermassive. That experiment was supermassive and super far away. That experiment is one of the things that help determine that it is so, but it does not require that it is.
Define super.
Well, it's not a black hole, I suppose.
All right. Jen, what do you got?
Eratosthenes didn't prove the globe; he proved the size. Huh?
In finding the circumference of the globe, he wouldn't necessarily have proved that it was a globe, right?
Right. The point is that the globe was already an accepted idea at that time.
Pretty much.
Duh.
Oh,
All right, and the experimentation did nothing to refute that, so we were all good, I guess. All righty, and moving on.
So I've just done this very simple illustration, which when we compare.
Do I need to say drink just over
Drink.
drawing?
what the hell is going on here?
All right,
Holy shit.
Tornado seems like Tornado wishes to add something. Tornado, go ahead.
That's not how any of that works. Hey, remember that video Cool Hard Logic did? Anyone? Where he shows how catastrophic the angle of the sun and thus the shadows would be at the equinox?
Oh, yeah, I believe.
How catastrophic the error would be?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, basically the Fluckwit word has the same problem here. Because, yeah, it turns out geometry is a real bitch, isn't it?
Indeed. All righty, and Jen, what do you got?
I think he's having orthogonal delusions.
It's orthogonal. Get it
Ow.
right?
Fine.
That word is banned thanks to Mind of Dodge.
Yes.
Mind of Dodge.
Mind of God.
All right, and moving down the list. You wished. What do you got?
Well, just simply based upon that drawing, I can tell you that's not how that works. I'm sorry, but for any distance, any real distance between those two, that sun would have changed in angular size.
Quite true. Quite true indeed. All right, and Blitz, what do you got?
Just pointing out that, in fairness, the drawing that he has here isn't wrong enough to worry about.
So not
But
to,
it doesn't
not to
reflect
scale.
reality.
May not be to scale. All right, let's see. Diana, what do you got?
That was going to be my question. Do we know whether or not he thinks this is to scale?
Haven't
Because
said.
if he thinks that's to scale, he's totally.
Yeah, I would agree. All right, Jared, what do you think?
Thankfully, I would say he doesn't assume that this is to scale because, you get a decent athlete and they should be able to jump and touch the sun by that scale. but otherwise, we can all agree that he is wrong.
Yeah, agreed.
You're wrong.
All right. Here we.
Seriously though, does he think that the sun is much closer to Earth than it actually is?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I cannot remember.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's on the list of flat earthers that think it's 30 to 40 miles away.
Yeah, close and
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I've heard from that range all the way up to 3,000, but still, no. just in general, no.
I lose track of my stupid. I've been doing this too long.
Well, fortunately, that's why I bring it here for you.
Yay!
All right. Oh, we got one. There's a hand up. Peg. We didn't get to do a mic check yet. Anyway, this is a good one. Go ahead.
Okay, am I the only one having flashbacks with the picture at the top right to like a master of disguise hidden as a turtle?
Oh, Morton. Morton, thank you for the super chat. Morton's going to try not to break anything this time.
We'll see how that goes.
Oh, so far it works.
Jared, what do you got?
Doorknobhead asked a question in the chat. I am not going to repeat said question, but otherwise the answer is yes.
Okay.
I can concur with that assessment there, Jared.
Yeah.
I can also agree with Karis's answer that she gave in the chat.
Alrighty.
Can we not?
Well, I used to be a breeder, so
Okay, yeah. I lived on a farm, so like I said in chat, I do know some uncomfortable things, but they are things nonetheless.
I know some weird things too, but that's just me.
Oh, alrighty. And moving on.
Oh boy.
One thing that we can say is that it kind of makes sense. This is what you'll hear from a lot of people who have realized that we don't live on a globe. And
Drink.
They realize.
Okay, that sounded very tornado-ish. Tornado, what do you got?
Yes, we can see that it makes sense for a bunch of people that we do not live on a globe, except that that same bunch of people have decided to literally throw out the entire bunch of 2,500 years worth of science. And if you're going to do that, then why are you still using a computer?
That's a damn good question. All right, and what was the name of that pizza place again?
Hungry Howie's.
There we go. That's the one. All right, thank you. Demonic Davros. Just to hear you say my name.
Wait. Is it better when Sai says the name or
Yes.
Karis?
Oh, go ahead, Karis. Let's see.
They were talking to you, I'm sure.
But you are the co-host and director.
Well-
Yeah, but I mean,
All right. All
Fine,
right.
let's get an RJ to read it just in case that does it for him.
Oh, all right.
Demonic Davros
Okay,
sends
that.
in $2 just to hear somebody say their name.
Okay.
Exterminate.
Very good. All right. And moving down the list. You wished. What do you got?
Well, if it makes sense to you, you need to have your head examined.
I've had my head examined. They didn't find anything.
Well, I'm not gonna speak to somebody going through a CT scan and then finding
I'm
nothing in their brains.
confused. What is supposed to not be making sense to us right now? Because I'm completely still on Davros's comment. I have no idea.
You see, I got lost in your voice, so I had to regain.
I'm going to go blush into my drink now.
All right. Let's pass it over
I'm
to
the only
Jared.
one that thinks pineapple is okay and acceptable.
Well, it tastes good on a pizza. I've had it before, and it does taste good. It's just I
I'm
can't
not the only one.
I can't in good conscience call it a pizza though.
Why?
It still has cheese. It still has a red sauce.
But it's a dessert.
It doesn't turn it to just be. That's like saying
there is
because
such a thing as dessert pizza, but
yeah.
Hmm.
That's like
and
saying
they-
tomato on a pizza.
It's just
turns it
not
to
a cis
dessert.
pizza.
Tomato's a fruit.
This
Don't
is
discriminate.
this is a and everybody, I gotta say this is a much better conversation than talking about this dumbass video, is it not?
But we do have to get through the video.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Let us see if Jared wants to save us. Jared, bring us some logic.
Okay, first, physicist. Yes, there is a reason why I said red sauce instead of tomato sauce, because I live in an area populated with a bunch of Italians. So if you try to call it a regular tomato sauce, they will literally try to beat the ever-loving shit out of you for trying to rename a marinara sauce or a spiced pizza sauce.
Well, also, just putting on tomato sauce on a pizza is lame.
Doesn't work.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, doesn't work.
Actually,
So-
I think they would knife you if you actually tried to do that, Jared.
oh no, here you have old mafia. They want bruises.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
I mean, there's a reason why Cicilline was able to do the shit that he did for the town, for the city of Providence. But we
Because
can
of
talk
the
about that later.
It was because of the pizza.
Oh, always, of course.
All right.
This is
Moving
pizza.
on.
Here's my question for you, Gigantor.
That does not have pineapple. You guys are just
Here's what's
discriminatory against
binary.
pizza with pineapple.
Since Gigantor wants to bring up geometry, I have a very simple question. And you know what? Fuck it. Ignore the sun. Let's go with something even easier.
all of my pizzas transition when they get to my house into pizzas with pineapple.
Wow.
And
The North.
and they pass.
All right.
Anyway, the North Celestial Pole. The closer you get to the North Pole, the closer to 90 degrees that the elevation angle is above the horizon. Now, we know that for every 1 degree, you have gone 69.1 miles. How the fuck does that work on a flat plane?
It doesn't.
Oh, I know the answer. It doesn't. All right. Oh, Cajun crustacean. Since pineapple pizza exists, is there pineapple lasagna? I don't know. That might be something.
Probably, but I've never tried it.
All right. I'm going to
try
accept the
that.
challenge. I'm going to have to do that on my cooking show.
It's very, very nice.
You're gonna
All
have to
right.
let us know how that turns out.
And it,
Yeah, I'm gonna need to find out how that turns out. I've never heard of it before, but it sounds interesting.
I think part of the reason that pineapple pizza does work is because it's all sweet and salty, and that's an amazing combination.
So, Weary Not Worn has already found the answer. Yes, Hawaiian lasagna from Julie Eats and Treats, and even provided a link.
Oh, nice.
Oh my word!
I wonder how far they deliver. All right. Let's see. Going down the list. Pig. What have you for us?
So, essentially, the answer to this one is C5 for Bentley the Turtle.
Okay. RJ, what do you got?
I'm just trying to make sense out of this little cartoon that we're looking at on the screen here,
Mm-hmm.
where Mr. Sun is up in the sky making shadows on the people on the flat Earth. Does this not, by simple trigonometry and geometry, suggest that he's suggesting that the sun is really, really close?
Yeah, pretty much.
You would think it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Alrighty. And Blitz.
You can almost touch it.
Indeed. What do you got, Blitz?
I've got two things now. One
Okay.
was a comment from Brainary that would really piss people off. It's just ketchup.
Oh my! All right.
Whoa.
That's Alabama pizza.
The other being back to this little drawing here is that what he's drawn is close enough, if it were flat, to be called more or less right, or expected anyway.
Actually, I guess it'd be West Virginia pizza.
Anyway,
Maybe
what
North
he's
Carolina
drawn,
pizza.
what he's drawn is more or less close enough to call fine. The perspective of the sun, which I think this already got pointed out once, but I'm going to point it out again because I doubt Fuck It Word understands this. The two people there would see two different angular sizes of the sun.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Not to mention shapes.
Alrighty.
Essentially.
And okay, Mr. Brown, what do you got?
Just Paulogia's comment here. That's not a sun. That's a Kryptonian death drone performing a precision strike.
All right then.
Wow.
And it does appear to be about 100 miles.
That's no sun, it's a space station from Cajun Crustacean. All right, let's see, Jared, what do you got?
Now, Karis, what about a Quebec pizza?
God damn it, we're still on pizza talk.
Moving on.
It's a Pop-Tart with the ketchup.
All right. Anyway, RJ, what do you got?
Yeah, another question here. Has our Walking Dead flurfer ever told us how big he thinks the sun is?
I believe that has he in specific given an estimate? I know just about everybody else. I've not heard.
He measures from the base, or does he push in?
Shocked to hear that. I was so expecting him to be such a scientist, RJ said with complete insincerity.
Well, he can't give away the whole. He can't give away the whole show. You know.
He hasn't even showed up on the stage yet.
You know what? Let's switch this so that we see who's speaking instead of the whole crew. That'll be a little. All right. Let's see. Diana, what do you got?
Oh my! From Jen Morgan, she begins. Clemita, let's bring it on.
That made me throw up in my mouth a little.
Oh, Pelagia is in the room.
Indeed.
Oh, yay! Hi, Paul.
And another one from Aleph Kinar. Strike. We're watching a flat earther. It's all pizza talk.
and preferable. All right. Diana, what do you got?
Oh, I am so sorry. Let me put my hand down. I forgot to do that. There
Not
we
a
are.
problem. It gives me an opportunity to say hi. All right.
Hey, how you doing, sweetie?
Chat's taking off on the clams now. There's clamzonia.
Well,
Clams back.
Gooey ducks on
isn't that just
lasagna would actually be really good.
that's
Is this
just
a record for the time we start on the clams?
yeah. That is just clamtastic. All right. And moving on.
Is that the flat Earth just makes sense based on our observational reality. But it's very difficult to kind of put that across somehow. Why does it make sense? And it's like anything that makes sense. There are all these little clues which add up that we can compare with reality and say, yeah, I see that the sun is something local.
Drink.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Blitz, why don't you go?
All the observations we can make and compare with reality tell us that the flat Earth is not accurate.
Quite true. Quite true. Let's see. Jared, what do you got?
He mentioned all these facts that add up that point to the sun being local. Provide one.
That's what I was just going to ask.
That would be sufficient. Just one. I'd accept.
I had my hoof up.
Oh, alrighty. And let's see what Tornado has to add.
Ivy, I gave several observations that completely debunk your horse crap fuckwit. So, just so you know, those 6 observations, or 7 if you really want to be pedantic about it, destroy the flat Earth in its entirety. And let's just be honest, the sun moving from tropic to tropic on the flat Earth can only happen if you invoke magic, and magic is peddled by charlatans.
There you go.
Yay!
Yeah. Well, from tropic to tropic, there's not even a good explanation for why it moves in a circle yet, if that's what they claim it does. All right, you wished. What do you got?
Tornado stole my thunder.
Okay. And Blitz, what do you got?
A Lathan car in the chat deserves a spanner. Strike, you're watching a flat earther. It's all pizza talk.
Indeed.
I could explain the circular path of the sun.
Oh, really?
Along, it's like a pendulum. It's hanging from a point somewhere above it, and moving around in a circle.
I see.
But see, why doesn't the period of said pendulum change as it would in reality?
No, guys, you got it wrong. What's actually happening is God is in his invisible form. He's making another space pizza, and what we see as the sun is just a reflective point on the edge of the dough as he's tossing it.
Now it's all clear. All right. And with or without pineapple? All right, anyway. Jen.
With pineapple and ham.
Jen, what do you got?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Pig, what do you got there?
All right. So Jared's a bit right about this, but it's actually one of those old, what is it called? Starts with
the Nephilim?
No, starts with a T.
Well, at least they're free.
The Titans?
No, it's a ball. On a pole.
Oh, the tether ball.
A tether ball. Yeah, it's a tether ball at the North Pole. It goes straight up into the air. Really huge. The dome is actually a tent. And God, every once in a while in his invisible form just comes along and just whacks it.
You know what's funny about that, Pig? Is that the way you just whipped that up for humorous effect, that's exactly how the flat earthers argue.
Yeah.
Whenever you bring up a specific observable phenomenon, they'll just create something that would have that effect, whether or not it fits in with the rest of their assertions. Often,
Quit explaining the joke.
God damn it!
Also, Franklin the Turtle is really turning me on.
Lovely. All right, Jen, what do you got?
I just wanted to ask Karis, was that Leon's or Michelle's pendulum?
It's
Tick-tock,
Stacy's.
tick-tock,
I don't know. I like the name Michelle, so I'll just go with Michelle.
Okay, that works. Alrighty. And on that note,
That's my arbitrary way of making a decision. Now.
I know where that question came from, Jen. I like it.
Okay, so if this is a cultural reference, I probably won't get it.
So the reference is Mr. Dimwit Anthony Liley was talking about Foucault. He Googled the wrong Foucault. He got Michel Foucault instead of Leon Foucault. So he got to talking about a homosexual artist from France from the 1980s instead of the mathematician and scientist from the 1700s.
You mean everybody
to be fair,
with a
to be
similar
fair,
name
I think the
isn't
two
the
are
same
related.
person?
Apparently not.
No, I think the two are related, actually.
They may be related. There has been no relation shown to actually be true. However, missed it by generations.
Yeah, what if we had two Jareds on the panel?
150 years.
Same.
Hey, everybody say hi to Natcha. Natcha's in the chat. Hi, Natcha.
Hi, Upside Down Sweetie. How you doing?
Just recreated Liley's search results and posted it in the internal chat here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and I have to make a comment about Liley and Foucault.
Okay.
Can we just say that Liley knows Foucault about science?
Oh,
Maybe we should just Foucault off.
Oh, wait, we got a thing for that. Hold on.
Jen has her hand up.
Oh, Jen, what do you got? Oh, no longer.
I'm sorry, that should have been down.
That is quite all right. All right, seeing no more hands. Oh, yes.
Wait. There is another detail that physicist reminded me of.
Oh.
And yes, Fino, I made that mistake. Sorry, I'm already 4 in. The best part about Liley is he is known for saying, "Oh, if you make a mistake, do a correction, but keep the original video up." This video where he made the error and started talking about the wrong Foucault
disappeared overnight.
He removed it.
I have no idea who we're talking about.
Sleeping Warrior, previously known as Anthony Riley, who has affectionately and demonstrably lived down to the name Liley because all he can do is fucking lie about everything.
So he can't even keep his. He can't even live up to his own thing. It's almost as if Riley's a fucking hypocrite.
And
that would be a liar.
What is something that might differentiate him from other liars and hypocrites?
Degree.
The veracity, the fact that he is quite literally pathological in nature with it. He will say something, be corrected, and then try to combat the correction by saying, "Well, I never said that." And then when you directly quote him to show him, "No, here's where you said exactly what I said you did." "Oh, you're just misquoting me."
Oh, even better.
Stop misrepresenting me.
Even better. He's had an argument with, or Antonio Subarets just put out a video yesterday about how Riley's a fake flat earther.
Wow. I was gonna say that sounds more like troll behavior than actually genuine. But
Keep in mind, he also has a law degree.
never mind, I take it back.
That's no indication of plus.
Tell them that his record in the courts, though.
0-3 on the same case.
Nice.
All right. Well, and Jared, I was going to say, don't hold back. Say what you really think about Riley. All right. And, was there anything else, Jared?
No.
Okay, moving on.
And that's not my hand that's up. I actually have the avatar. Pig, what are you doing?
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
God damn it. All right.
I thought that was explicitly
Pig, do you?
Final warning, Pig.
I'm Jared, PAT2. I'm completely a separate person.
Final warning, Pig. You got 15 seconds.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10,
10,
9,
ignition
8,
sequence start.
7,
6,
5,
4,
3, 2, 1. Happy anniversary, Apollo 11.
Hey, it's back.
Oh, look, I kicked Pig. Oh,
But
darn.
he changed it back. He
Yes, he changed
Yes.
it. Right before
Oh,
he changed
just
it after one. After he changed it after one, so he deserves getting kicked.
oh.
He held it. He held it on purpose. There's
All
no-
right, but if there's a contrite pig, then perhaps. Well, all right, moving on. Here we go.
Moving on.
They can't blame me for it this time.
I'm not.
All right, here.
I'm not saying he can't come back in. I'm saying I kicked him.
All right, there you go. All right, moving on.
To be moving, the sun actually does rise and set because it's traveling in a circle above a stationary level.
Oh, yeah, you think? All right. Let's see. Tornado, what do you got?
I think Fuckwit just said the sun rises and sets because it's circling above a flat plane.
Mhm.
That is just plain wrong.
Yes.
Wrong.
And
You're wrong. You're wrong. Guess what, buddy? If the sun is circling over a flat plane, it wouldn't rise and set.
There you go.
Would not rise and set. It would be visible 24/7, 365. You, sir, are a fucking idiot. Ding, ding, ding.
All right, somebody go tell Team Skeptic it's copyright time.
Wait a minute, wait. I have to get a bill of some sort.
All right. All right. While we're waiting, Blitz, what do you got?
So he meant. Fuck it word here mentioned earlier about if it makes sense, it's true, or some shit along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how any of this makes sense to him.
Well,
It doesn't make sense.
Blitz, I have to add on to that. This
Okay.
is basically what Jeranism says. That's effectively what Jeranism says when he said, if it's true, it just feels right.
And I know for a while they were all getting it from Quantum Eraser, but
Alrighty. Let's see. You wished. What do you got?
Well, let's see that. If it orbited over us in a concentric circle, there is again a way that it would pass over the tropics. So I don't get where he says that this makes sense. It doesn't.
Well,
It relies on a chain of magic. And magic,
Yes.
as I said, is peddled by charlatans.
Yes.
I practiced when I was at Abilene Christian. I practiced magic. I got to the point where I could flip a card and make you think I had made it vanish when actually I had held it between my fingers where you couldn't see it. This is not magic. This is, there's a difference between magic and science, although there is the science of magic, and there is a difference in that.
Yes.
Quite true. And yeah, that's all right. So what you're saying is you doubt the veracity of the claim that was just made. That's what you're saying. All right.
Exactly.
Accepted. Mr. Brown, what do you got?
I have to kind of circle back to the booting of Pig.
Okay.
From Doorknob had Kara shut her load too soon? Question mark.
I shut it nicely when I intended.
Karis shot her load just in time.
Alrighty.
I
And,
didn't say he couldn't return.
of course. And Jared, what do you got?
Speaking of that topic, Karis is more like a wizard. Never early, never late, always when intended.
A wizard always arrives precisely when he intends to. Alrighty. And here's
I
more.
have no. I'm not a beard owner though.
Which is why I said, in that respect, like a wizard.
Well, I'm a little bit slow tonight for a few reasons.
Alrighty. And here we
Paul,
go.
I don't get that. Paul said something, I don't understand it.
What's Paul saying? Alrighty. Let us move on. Here we go. Stop.
Also, Doorknob's head says
Or
that I
not.
sound like Doorknob says that I sound like Hunt Ketchup, and I don't know what that means either.
Sweet
Or
with
you
a
sound
little
like
bit of
Mike
tang.
Hunt's ketchup?
All right. Anyway, moving on. Here we go.
Squeeze me and I squirt.
God damn it, we're moving on.
Also,
Here we go.
Earth. This just makes sense, regardless of the kind of logic you might appeal to based on the idea that...
Drink! Just fucking... No, not even
Alright.
just drink. Chug!
All right. Tornado, what do you got?
Empty the entire fucking bottle. Because you, fuckwit, don't even use... you don't use logic. You don't even use common sense. You accuse... you saying that you use whatever logic you try to use, you shouldn't even use the word logic, because none of your arguments have any logic.
Indeed. I would tend to agree. Diana, what do you got?
all I need to say is, fuckwit, sir, you are an idiot.
Ding!
Did you pick up the ding?
Did.
Barely.
All right. You wish. What do you got?
I want to know where he gets off talking about logic when all he uses is logical fallacy.
Damn good question. All right. Blitz, what do you got?
So this is kind of building off of You Wish and Tornado both, but how does one go from this just makes sense to no matter what kind of logic you might use? Because, you know, if you can logically deduce something that doesn't otherwise make intuitive sense, you trust the logical deduction over the intuitive sense. Right?
I think generally, I would agree. Alrighty. Well, on that note,
Let's continue.
yeah, I guess so. Nobody wants.
It's got to be done, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah. We should probably get moving on.
Well,
without...
even if you use correct logic, if you have the wrong information, you're still going to come to the wrong conclusion.
Oh, that's true. Logic, using logical operators on incorrect. Okay, yep, I'm good with that. Nobody else wants a delay? No. All right, I have to do it myself. You know, pineapple shouldn't go on pizzas.
Moving on.
Here we go.
Taking a certain obsession here.
More of this crap.
Is
Pizza
another body of
fundamentalist.
mass in the solar system. So it's logical that the Earth is a sphere, just like everything else that we see in the sky. Of course, it's very difficult to detach from that idea. The idea that's been given to us.
Give us a good reason.
Kids, solar systems, and you're on a rock and you're on a globe that's going around the sun. So let's just have a look at what we can actually see.
I'm going to call a pause. It doesn't
With
have to drink.
All right, go ahead, Blitz.
I'm drinking anyways.
Okay.
But because I want to point out that to an extent, something that he said there is actually sort of right.
Nope, drink needed.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
And that is that the fact that everything that we see in the sky is round doesn't mean that the Earth is. It is a damn good reason to suspect it, but it's not enough to say it's definitely true.
I would agree. All right, that was
Doorknob Head has invoked Rule 34, pineapple and pizza.
lovely. All right,
It's
moving
out
on.
there, you know it is.
Okay.
Here we go.
Side-on view, an orthographic view of two people looking at the sun on a flat Earth. Now, of course, what the globe or heliocentric model attempts to do is to give us an objective reality. That is to say, for example, that the sun is a particular height above the Earth. Now, in an orthographic view, we can do this. We could say, right, okay, there's the Earth, there's the Sun, and it's, for the sake of argument, we'll say 100 miles away.
Oh,
Yeah.
Drink.
Go ahead, Tornado. What do you got?
No, in that case, there'd be wild angular size shifts for people, even 2 cities away. There would be differences in angular size and the angle at which the sun is observed. Again, the errors would be catastrophic. And basically nothing on the Earth would be nothing with the sun would be as we see in reality if the Earth were actually flat, which is a damn good reason to suspect that it's not flat, you fuckwit.
Oh my. That's harsh. You wished. What do you got?
Oh, I've got plenty.
Okay.
If we were, situationally, I'm separated from my wife by about 400 miles or so.
Mm-hmm.
We both took pictures of the sun today on the same camera, same type of camera, identical camera. Bought both of these at the same time. We were 6 pixels from the image she sent me to the image that I took on my camera. 6 pixels across for the sun. Same angular size. If we're 400 miles apart and she's 400 miles north of me, how does that work when the sun's 100 miles overhead? Also, how the heck are we still living
Magic.
at that point?
Magic.
An idiot.
Magic. All right. RJ, what do you got?
Yeah, I was reminded of a comedian's old routine where he was parodying Lowell Thomas, and it was, and as the sun slowly sinks into the valley, burning everything.
All right.
100 miles away?
That's a little on the silly side. All right. And Diana, what do you got?
Quick aside, sweetness. Tony Designs is naked.
Oh, what the hell? Runner.
Like I needed to know anybody was naked.
Unbelievable. This is just unacceptable behavior. Problem solved.
Yay.
Problem solved. All righty. And was that it or anything else?
Yeah, for now that's it. I'm sure there's going to be more to come.
You think? All right, Blitz.
Bucket Lord.
Sorry, check your Discord.
Check the Discord.
You're welcome.
Yeah, radioactive meme land.
Oh no.
It's not pineapple, but
Okay, moving on.
Well, you can't tell me to do stuff and then they move on. Hold on. Checking. All right, very nice. And on that note, no more hands. Moving on. Here we go.
It can become very arbitrary. We know we're told that the sun is 93 million miles away and much more massive. We're going to see how that just does not work.
Oh, good.
If you want to
Data incoming.
Bring it on, asshole.
Angle to the sun.
Wait till he brings it. Uh-oh. Karis, you had the hand up?
No.
Oh, I thought you did. Sorry. Okay, moving on.
Put my hand
Did you
up.
put your hand up?
I could have sworn I saw a hand there. Saw somebody's hand up. All right, moving on.
This is weird. I was able to put my hand up, but it's got to be the platform.
Could be. All right, moving on. Although I do appreciate the delay. Here we go.
A flat Earth or a globe Earth. Having a much more massive sun simply doesn't work.
Why?
First, let's have a look at how it does make sense on a flat Earth. Here we can see 2 people looking at the sun, and this person here, who is relatively close to the sun, has a short shadow. Okay, so this would be the angle at which they observe the sun. And over here, we have another chap who's further away from the sun.
Yeah, most definitely. Oops,
What the hell is going on?
somebody's mic is acting up.
It's probably mine.
Oh, okay. Well, you got the hand up. Why don't you go ahead?
All right. Well, my question is the shadow size because one person's evaporating faster than the other?
You would think.
I find it rather entertaining that there are no measurements, angles, distances, anything of that sort in this diagram.
Yes.
But yeah, well, if we started with that, there would be and more than 2, the errors would multiply. All right, whose mic is doing that? I can't.
Wait a minute. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to mute mine and see if anything changes.
All right.
Well, it's not me. I can assure you that much.
Okay, we're not hearing the sound now.
And I'm back.
Okay. All right. Gremlins. Good enough.
Has to be.
RJ, what do you got?
Yeah, well, let's just go on his measurements there. So we got our little blue line to the sun as 100 miles, which suggests that the human beings involved are approximately 25 miles high, which is a very typical thing to find with human beings.
Yes.
And that the solar disk is also 25 miles in size. They're standing approximately 60 miles apart. Well, this would seem a perfect opportunity for direct inspection, starting with the 25-mile high people problem.
Indeed. All right. And Diana, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm going to come back to this because I was wondering if he was thinking that this was to scale, and it appears.
Word about thinking? No. He's not doing
Yeah,
that.
and if the shadows are that different on a separation of anything less than, a quarter of the globe, the sun is going to have to be close enough that, in the words of Bill Nye, the planet is on fucking fire.
Wait, really?
Indeed. All right. Okay, very good. And
Bill Nye actually said that?
Bill Nye said that. Yes, he did.
he says a lot of stuff. Yeah, he's a very entertaining fellow.
What was the late night show he was on where he said?
Oh, Last Week Tonight?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, RJ, what do you got?
Yeah, this does bring to mind an interesting little episode that we encountered, Jackson Wheat and I. Jackson Wheat, you're so silent. Have been working on with our Rocksware thing about radiometric dating and the like. Where some of the creationists are insisting that there was an accelerated decay of the radioactive material in the early part of the flood times, which is a trick to do because you can do that in nature with like supernova plasmas. So provided you have the sun at approximately several million times hotter than it actually is now, which would seem to be a little problem even for gopher wood, that doesn't seem to fit well. So I think our little flurfer here and the creationists have problems with doing things to scale and working on the number thing.
I believe you are correct.
To be fair to Jackson, this guy hasn't given Jackson anything worth responding to, so I don't really know what he'd say.
Jackson might be doing something useful, like anything other than watching this.
Yes.
I'm enjoying all of this very much.
Oh, good. All righty.
You ride very well too.
I've been laughing a lot, but my mic has been off, and so.
Understood. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And here we go.
Hasn't moved. The sun has stayed in its objective height from the Earth in this orthographic view. But the shadow for this person is naturally going to be longer because this ray of light here is coming down at this angle, so we get a more shallow angle and a longer shadow. And of course, anyone standing directly underneath the sun will not have a shadow. So this works perfectly on.
And if you're flying a kite, then its shadow is going to be cast on the nearest mountain. I get it.
Right, you wished. What do you got?
Well, the thing is that when he says that the person directly under the sun will not cast a shadow, false. Everybody, no matter their position to the sun, casts a shadow. Period. In the discussion, it may not be a long shadow, but it will be perpendicular to their body.
Indeed. All right. And Tornado, what do you got?
Well, same thing as what Mr. You Wished said, except I have to add this. There's another issue regarding the sun. It's that the angles of the shadows, and thus the angles of the sun, would be catastrophically different on a flat Earth than they would be on a round Earth. And what do we find? The round Earth matches the predicted shadow angle perfectly, and the flat Earth doesn't.
Quite true.
I don't know. Would that be a matter of flat versus curved, or would that be a matter of distance to the illumination?
Flat versus curved.
Boy, somebody's really mad at their keyboard. Anyway,
It's just a regular keyboard, and I'm not mad at the keyboard.
oh, all right. It's the video, isn't it? All right.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Very good. Okay. Let's see. Blitz, what do you got?
So, and I pointed this out earlier, but I'll give it a little bit more detail because fuck it, word here apparently needs it. The angular size from a close sun, those two people would see two different angular sizes. The sun would appear to be a different size to each of those people. Since that is not what we see in reality, that indicates that the sun is a very significant distance far away. Also, since the sun is that far away, and we get various shadow sizes from the same sized objects, that indicates that we're not on a flat surface.
Indeed.
The trouble is that you're logical thinking.
I see. Alrighty. Let us see what Tornado. What have you to add?
Oh, sorry,
Oh.
I forgot to put down my hand.
Oh, not a problem. RJ, what do you got?
Yeah, here's another little layering problem that our poor little flurfer has a difficulty with. Now, you can imagine this representation being along either a longitudinal gradient or a latitudinal gradient, which would be going north to south or east and west. Of course, on a curved surface, you also have to deal with that. Plus, the sun is supposedly moving. I guess on a little magical railroad track that he imagines is up in the heavens. We don't know because he doesn't get to that stage. So he's trying to play trigonometry when all his items are out of scale. He performs no mathematics on them. He doesn't attempt to test them against actual experience, which if he did, we would know he would not match any of his predictions about what the size of the sun would be, where it would be at any given point. The two different observers would be seeing things that by his model would lead to completely contradictory results. I'm afraid this one is not passing muster.
I would tend to agree with that. Alrighty. And here is some more of this, then, therefore, hence.
At Earth, we actually get shadows of differing lengths, depending on how close to being directly under the sun you actually are. Now, of course, what happens is we also have this subjective reality. So I've just put a line here, a blue line here, a horizontal line to represent these people's eye level.
Uh-huh.
Now, for each observer looking at the sun, they are going to measure an angle to the sun from their horizontal line of sight. And of course, in that person's eyes, the horizon or the surface will appear to rise up.
Okay, who didn't see that coming? Who did not see that coming? There's the yes, the assertion is the evidence. Okay, let's see. Jen, what do you got?
You know, that angle that he says is going to measure from that mythical line is going to be the same on the ground or at the mythical line. What's his issue?
Pretty much.
Give similar triangles.
Indeed. Tornado, what do you got?
He made the claim that the horizon will rise to the level of your eyes.
Indeed.
Who did not catch that?
Yes, demonstrably false.
Yeah, demonstrably false. Theodolite app, you asshole. Research it.
Wow, somebody's in a mood. All right, RJ, what do you got?
I just wanted to observe that the odds of our fellow making use of a theodolite in any context other than as a sex tool is relative.
All righty. Very good. And moving on. Here we go.
All right.
So all the angles of elevation that they calculate or measure from their particular position on the Earth in relation to the Sun will be from their particular horizontal line of sight, or their eye level. So that's where the horizon is for each and every one of us on this Earth. And so all our observations to celestial objects or luminaries are made from eye level.
Okay, I don't know if this is really drink worthy, but last time I did it measured the angle of the sun's elevation, I put the tool on the ground, really. So it's no, that's having it in your hands, waving it around at eye level is not the most accurate way. That's just dumb. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
From the horizon. So essentially the surface for each individual observer isn't objectively here anymore, where we can see it in this orthographic view. It is
That's orthographic, doesn't it? It almost makes it sound like he knows what he's doing.
Their own eye level. Yeah. So of course.
See, orgasm. I told you.
You get the same angles from the eye level.
Oh! Sounds like Dan has something to add. Please proceed.
Yeah, Fuckwood, we've covered this already. The line from the eye level and then from the ground, they are parallel. They describe similar triangles on your little diagram over here. So there is no difference as far as elevation of the sun is concerned, as far as sighting it is concerned. You, sir, are an idiot.
All right. Well, thank you. And Tornado, you have something to add?
Also, Mr. Fuckwit, you seem to fail to realize that, hey, again, catastrophic error in angles, and no, the horizon does not rise to eye level. Use a theodolite on a plane, an airplane, you idiot.
Okay, then.
Ding.
All righty.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Flat surface here and here. But this is a subjective reality for each of these people looking at the sun. And so, of course, the further away you get from the sun, the lower towards our own horizon that sun will appear to be. So for this person here, who's closer to the sun will appear quite high in the sky above them. But for this person who's further away from...
All right, you know what, Drink? Closer, further away, higher. The only number I've heard so far is 100 miles. How about give us some numbers to make this in some way credible? That's, yeah, and I'm putting that under that category. Blitz, what do you got?
I was gonna wait until we said it, but since you stopped us anyway,
okay.
He's gonna go for eventually the sun will get so far away you can't see it, and that's just not true.
Oh no! Please don't.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All righty, Jared, what do you got?
You're expecting numbers from him? Do you remember who we're watching, Sai?
Don't use numbers. Use your common sense.
And even then, how many details of this proposition, which, sorry, even a hooker wouldn't give you one of those, Gigantor, and what you're trying, and reality in general, how many of the details that are different between the two are you going to continue to ignore? My guess is all of them.
No, yeah, you can tell. Look at the picture where we stopped it. He's doing hand waving. Reality does not need to come into this equation at all. All right, Diana, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say this, but the guy's got a point in the sense that if you are closer or farther away from the subsolar point, you are going to be changing the elevation of the sun. You're going to have to look higher or lower. The thing is that, okay, on the globe as it stands, you might be talking something like 10,000 kilometers, from horizon to zenith. And then you've got to look also at different places on your little pancake over there, sir. What is it like moved to the north or south of where you are, rather than east or west? And compare that to what we see on what we know the globe to be. Okay, aside from, you're not looking at that, you're cherry picking. You, sir, are an idiot.
All right.
Syrup.
Here we go. Moving on.
The sun.
Syrup.
The sun will actually
it's syrup.
appear closer to the horizon for that person, regardless of what the objective reality is.
Syrup.
When it comes to the actual
syrup
height of the sun above the earth,
syrup.
Where it actually is. For each individual person, that sun is going to appear in a location that's different, a location relative to their eye level and their distance from the sun. Yeah? The further away you get, the closer the sun will appear to the horizon of that individual observer.
Yeah, further,
Really
closer.
Yeah,
Numbers.
but what happens at sunset, you asshole?
Oh my.
Yeah, he has talked about sunset, has he not?
He did. He didn't get into detail though. I'm still waiting for that. How do we only see half of it? But
yeah, I mean, how do you actually see a sunset if this thing is whipping around over the space pizza?
Yeah.
To have a sunset, the sun's got to dip under something in your little model over there, sir, and it's not doing that.
Indeed, their perspective argument might work for, it would get so tiny that you can't see it anymore. But it doesn't get tiny. So, and furthermore, tiny does not mean half. Doesn't mean you see half. Anyway, Jen, what do you got?
Idiot.
The problem that I'm having is that when I look at him, all I can visualize is his flesh color portion of his existence. If it was the green and scale of an Asian tree viper.
He looks totally Argonian.
Is it just me?
No, he looks like a pasty-faced green person, yes.
He's Argonian. Skyrim, totally Argonian.
Okay. Well, on that note, we will syrup on.
Not cool enough to be an Argonian.
This kind of illustrates both an objective reality where we would have an assumed distance to the
You wouldn't know objective if it fit you in the ass.
that wouldn't change. But
not to scale.
for the individual observer, of course, it does change in their eyes. But what we need to consider is that we're told the sun is many, many, many times larger than the Earth, and we are told that it is about 109 times larger. Basically, you could get 109 globe Earths across the diameter of the sun. So we are told. So let's have a look at that.
Okay. And Jared, what do you got?
It's not what we're told. It's what's been measured. And guess what, fuckwit? If you didn't have your head shoved so far up your gigantor ass, you could go confirm the observation and measurements yourself. Why don't you give that a try? Oh,
because
wait.
Common sense.
Oh,
You don't need measurements.
oh, it's not just common sense. It's the fact that he can't stop his gravy train. He needs to keep this going.
I'm interested to see what's going to happen from this point, because this is the drawing that he could very easily use to debunk the nonsense we just heard earlier.
Yeah.
This would do it. This would do it. Show the angles on this, compare them to what people have measured in, say, for example, Slice Parkane's experiment. and then compare that with what the angles would be in the flat. All right, RJ seems to be waiting with the hand up. RJ, what do you got?
Yeah. Other than the obvious fact that we now have about an 800 or 900 mile tall person to go along with the little dwarf kids over in the corner, have we not actually physically observed transits of Venus across the surface of the sun?
I do believe we have.
Yeah, and as it turns out, in that silly little cosmology that those actual astronomers do, the scamps, Venus is virtually the same size as the Earth, so we can physically have measured how big the sun is, and it's really effing large compared to what goes on with that green ball. I have the sneaking suspicion that this is the best that this poor schnook can ever do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Morton. Thank you, Morton. Just to be clear, I did not choose this one.
Well, thank you.
Understood.
That's a sign of your discernment.
Understood. Alrighty. Diana, what do you got?
Yeah, and to build on RJ's aforementioned transits of Venus, not only can they be used to give you a darn decent idea of how large the sun is, they can and have been used to give you a really, really, really good idea of how far away the fucking thing is. The measurements have been made quite precisely, so you have a number to work with, sir. And
you mean more precisely than this guy's line drawings with no numbers attached?
Yeah, it's something.
Wow, that's such precision even possible.
And with those numbers, Mr. Fuckwit, you can so easily scuttle your previous little drawing over there with the similar triangles. So you, sir, are an idiot.
If we go much longer, I may break into the Grand Negus again, and we don't want that.
And did you see what happened with the new? I'm interested to see what he says about this new drawing, because you notice we switched from a flat Earth with a small closed sun to a small round Earth with a flat sun.
Right, and it's still
But it's still close.
Still too fucking close.
It's still close.
Oh man, I wonder if this guy does commissions.
I don't know.
One thing, yeah, don't let him work on your bathroom. You know, any of the contractor stuff. You know, he comes in there and brings in, you know, tries to put a 1/4 of an inch long 2x4, which isn't even 2x4, and then he brings in another thing that's 8,000 miles long. I mean, it's a amount of carpentry this guy does.
You know, it's weird though. The amazing thing is he did get one thing essentially right, in that the rays from sun to Earth are essentially parallel.
Yes, but then he botched that too.
Or what?
Oh, Don't worry, relax. Don't get upset.
That's the only problem. He has no understanding of scale.
Don't get upset because he botched that too. Parallel rays of this sort would not emanate from this sun drawing. It has to be a hell of a lot more distant. And it's not like straight lines come out of the surface. Every point on the sun radiates in every direction.
Right, and see it from any direction.
By virtue of the distance, I mean, the rays do diverge. I think I said this on Wednesday. The rays do diverge, but by so little that it's essentially not diverging at all. They're essentially parallel.
Yeah, quite true. All right, Jared, what do you got?
From the chat, Heat Shield. Slice Barcane cut himself on an unknown object during his experiment. BM Furball unintentionally drilled a hole in his hand for his experiment. Lots of blood spilled in the name of science.
Science is
recently.
a dangerous game, man. All right, Blitz, what do you got?
Just pointing out to Karis, I know you're an invisible pink unicorn and all, but I'm pretty sure he managed to fuck that up.
Well, Karis isn't so invisible anymore. That's the lovely, lovely thing about that.
I go in and out of the forest. You know, I have my moments when I. How is that even a sexual reference?
I don't know,
but out of the forest.
See,
I don't get it.
I don't know, but we got a button.
More sexual if she said bush.
We got a button for Giggity, so All right. Anyway,
like Giggity.
Giggity is cool. All right, RJ, more?
Yeah,
take a
it's
beginning
just
for
about his
anything. I'm fine.
visualizations. As I recall, one of his earlier videos that we endured didn't really have any pictures or graphics or things at all. So he's now graduated to this level. At this rate, he's going to be coming close to the little pictures that the kids in my niece's Montessori school do.
Yes, and by this video, I see what line of thinking you're following there. We can safely
Give that kid some crayons.
I was going to say we could safely assume he has stopped eating the crayons.
He's an adult now.
That's so
Whatever
fast.
species, we're not entirely sure yet.
All right, and here's more stuff.
Moving along.
Absolutely.
I feel
Scenario.
quite the gravitational pull from the live chat.
Speaking of gravitational pull, look at your internal chat, Jared.
Okay, fair point.
All right, and not knowing what that's about, we shall merely move on. Here we go.
Here, where what we have is this idea in the model when it comes to sun angles to the sun and the shadows. We have basically what we would essentially have is a flat sun above us, giving us these parallel.
Okay, we said that. Drink. You're stupid. How could you say that?
Drink.
You're an idiot.
Doesn't seem to understand how big the sun actually is.
Well, that, and he thinks that you need a flat surface to give you parallel rays. You need a point source, and we don't have a point source. We got close to a point source, but we don't have a point source. A flat thing would not make parallel rays, you jackass. Anyway, Tornado, what do you got?
Well, when Diana said that the rays diverge, she's actually right. Because you can actually see the penumbra increasing in size.
Well,
Right.
There was actually one situation, and by the way, you can actually see that. You can actually see where my science knowledge comes in. You can actually see the penumbra increasing in size, and one person that Team Skeptic debunked said that it was the shadow that decreased in size. It's the umbra that decreases in size. The total area of the shadow, penumbra, umbra, and antumbra do increase in size as they get further away from the sun because of the little divergence that they have.
Yeah, and this is how you know that the rays do indeed diverge. By observing an eclipse, let's say a lunar eclipse. You do enter the penumbra, then the umbra of the Earth's shadow, and then yeah.
Question. I think we're mixing. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think we may be mixing two causes here.
What did I get wrong?
Oh no, it's not wrong. It's two right things, but we were crossing talk about them. The nearly don't cross the streams. Anyway, the nearly parallel rays, which diverge slightly, is because of the point source. Every point on the surface of the sun is a point source of light, which radiates in all directions. Well, just about all directions.
It's the incredible distances.
Right. That's one. That's
closer to the sun.
Well, that's one. The other thing we have to deal with is the sun has size. It itself is not a point source. So we have
size.
It not
sun size matters.
Not sun size matters. Not quite. But the if I'm, we've only had 14 beers so far, so this
we have to work on that.
This should be
Frank. I've been drinking this.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Speak for yourself.
Yeah. The umbra and penumbra, and that phenomenon, as far as I know, is because the sun in its entirety is not a point source. We're getting rays off of one side and the other side crossing and giving us, the umbra in the middle and less as the, well, you know what I'm saying here. And we're mixing two things, where the differing shadows comes from the size that the sun has size. It's not just a point. Whereas the parallel rays comes from the point source nature of every point on the sun.
Oh, we have somebody in the chat who knows how shadows work.
Oh boy!
Alathankar is a cinematographer. Alay, thank
Oh, alrighty then.
Yay!
Very good indeed. Alrighty, let's see. Hands. Blitz, what do you got?
Adding on to what Sai had mentioned when we first paused at this part, is that you could hypothetically invert his drawing here so the rays are coming from his circle instead of the flat surface, and you'd still have something that could potentially be possible. Parallel rays is more about the angle of emission than the shape of the emitter.
Indeed. Okay. And you wished. What do you got?
Oh, there's many problems with this. If it was a flat Earth, the shadows of the individuals standing at the same parallel, same longitude, latitude, at different mileages apart. Well, not necessarily all that, but you get what I'm trying to say. I'm well beyond 14.
I understand.
Well, I mean, just if you read the internal chat, is it a crime if I if I haven't quit drinking from every syllable? But yeah, but if you have people on the same parallel, if it were a flat Earth, somewhere along that line, somebody would cast a shadow to the southeast and a shadow to the southwest, and that would not work. That does not work on the Earth that we stand on. That does not work on the globe. You understand what I'm trying to say, or am I too drunk to iterate it?
Okay, I'm good with
I
that.
think I need to get drunk.
I'm
Maybe.
sorry. I was drunk. I was kind of dazed. Could you repeat all that?
Should we? All right. So, Karis, you want us?
A little bit of Led Zeppelin there.
Karis, would you like us to rewind the video to the beginning then?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We don't need those brain cells, do we?
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
All right, Tornado, what do you got?
Oy vey.
Thank you. All right. Somehow I was all right, here we go. Moving on.
Lines of sunlight, yeah? So, of course, then with the globe Earth model, you say, well, this person is looking up at this angle and this angle relative to the Earth's surface, and we got parallel lines of sunlight.
Yeah.
But this doesn't fit our reality. It's
Drink.
made.
Drink.
All right.
Just plain wrong.
Yeah.
Yes, it does fit our reality. Just because you fucked up the scale of your drawing doesn't mean you're right.
His drawing with no measurements. Tornado, what do you got?
Oy vey. Just seriously.
I thought you were Christian, not Jewish.
Fuckwit. Fuckwit. You are a fuckwit. Fuckwit word.
All right.
The sun is not flat. It is in itself a sphere. We can observe the sun and see the various angles that the sunspots are displayed upon, which only fits a sphere.
Actually, to a point, you are correct, but you are wrong currently because we are in a grand solar minimum, which means we have a minimum number of sunspots. Just need to point that out.
Okay.
What sunspots do form
You can, but currently we have been in an absence of sunspots.
Much to the disappointment of any hams in the audience.
Me included, K5CWB.
And
why? Do you like watching sunspots and seeing?
As an amateur radio operator, yes, I do.
It kind of whips up the ionosphere and does interesting things. So
Yes.
Long distance communication gets fun.
Yep.
It makes 6 meters a beautiful thing when there's sunspots.
Yeah, magic happens on 6.
Oh, yes.
Sai,
a fellow ham, I take it.
Indeed. Quite true.
Can you skip halfway around the globe?
Oh, no, I've keyed up on 80 meters before at midnight, and caught my own signal.
Off the back.
2 seconds later.
Whoa!
Yep.
All right.
And a funny thing, if you do the math on that. Alrighty.
It's a globe.
It's a globe. Alrighty. And Blitz, what do you got?
I just like that he just told us exactly what's wrong with his little diagram here and doesn't seem to realize it.
Indeed. Yeah, that he's confused.
Okay, well, if he self-screwed himself, would that mean he's asexual?
No, that would mean he's autosexual.
I think that's kind of a given.
That's autosexual, not asexual.
Yeah, asexual.
Okay, asexual has to do with reproduction. I forgot about that. Yeah, autosexual.
He's parthenogenic.
Alrighty, yeah, and his confusion of a flat surface with an isotropic radiator is somewhat disturbing as well. All right, Jared, what do you got?
Oh, Crypto. I missed you, you bastard. From the chat, wait, undead appearance, cheap Hawaiian shirt, British accent, and smells of boiled ladyboy panties. It's fuck bucket. Lock up your liquor cabinets. I need a heavy whiskey. Oh, way ahead of you there, buddy.
I don't have a heavy whiskey, you asshole.
Crypto, I will share. I have plenty.
Alrighty, and here we go.
To work for the model, because basically by giving us a curved surface and saying wherever you are on that curved surface, you're looking up at parallel lines of light, or we have parallel lines of light hitting the Earth because the sun.
Okay, Blitz, what do you got?
You're not. You don't have to be looking up. There is no up involved in this.
Right.
Quite true. Jared, what do you got?
Case in point, since you brought that up, Blitz, this is a perfect segue to something that occurred, 2 years ago, Cy. It's been that long already, just about.
Oh, jeez.
Because during the wonderful Great American Solar Eclipse, we got some wonderful footage with the birthday drone just literally moments after sunset. And what was really funny is that while these lines are in reality very close to parallel, when we looked one way, we found a convergence point below the horizon. I turned the drone 180 degrees, and we found another convergence point above the horizon.
It's
Wait a
almost
minute.
as if
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How can that happen? By the way, if you guys want to see the footage of that, it's on Sean Hufford's channel.
Oh, and Jared, I have to say that eclipse was wonderful.
Oh, it was indeed.
Was it wonderful or fabulous?
Damn it, Halfcar! You beat me to it.
Oh no! Wait a second. I was in the zone at 3% coverage. I was just outside the total eclipse zone, and I have some awesome pictures, Jared, on my Facebook, and you can go see them.
If I may inquire, where were you?
About 15 miles north of Springfield, Missouri.
Oh my, you weren't that far from me. I was viewing the eclipse from Carbondale.
Oh, nice.
I was viewing the eclipse from Rosebud.
I was
at
eclipse from where I'm at, basically.
I was sleeping during the eclipse, I think.
As a matter of fact, I was sitting in Saluki Stadium at Southern Illinois University at Carbondale.
And didn't we all love that traffic jam north afterwards?
Oh, okay.
Now let me point out something in the chat. Heat Shield said Missouri loves Unicorn Company. No, it does not. It loves cousins.
Karis is a unicorn in Missouri.
Yeah.
And Jared, a question. You mentioned the turning the drone 180 degrees. On a plane.
But to be fair, Missouri does not really like my company.
No, they love their cousins. There's a difference.
Hey.
Alrighty.
Your company, Carriage.
Okay, so anyway, Cy.
Oh, I was saying you mentioned that when you rotated the drone 180 degrees on a plane that is parallel to the surface of the Earth, what we observed. Do you remember what we observed when you rotated the drone along a plane that was perpendicular to the surface of the Earth?
saw a lot of stunned faces.
We had just we had just bought the thing like 4 hours before.
Yeah, and I found a way to make it do a flip.
Allow me to apologize to Colorado biker prepper because he's going through Missouri next week. It's actually Missouri, not Missouri. It's Missouri.
That's actually a north-south. It's a disagreement between North and South Missouri.
Syrup.
Yeah. Well, what I wanted to point out before, so the vantage point that we had was in Tennessee, on a mountain in Ozone, Tennessee, as close to the middle of totality as we could get.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, when I got on the road to leave, it took me, so the drive down took me about 14 to 16 hours. And that was to go down into Georgia, meet up with Red, and then head up into Tennessee.
How are you still seeing if you saw Red in person?
Medical marijuana does wonders.
He had a solar filter with him.
And we actually had to manufacture a few of them there in the hotel room because somebody forgot to pack his. That was fun. But
I don't think we even need the video.
So it took that long.
Case in point.
For me to get down there. It took me 18 hours just to get to Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah, it was fun going home. But dude, a hell of a lot of sciencey people on the road.
Now I tell you, that's why I stayed in Carbondale for a couple of days after the eclipse. I was not going to get caught in traffic at all. It was just, I'm going to sit here and enjoy myself.
I was just amused by the people that tried to call the eclipse racist.
Wait, really?
What?
What?
Yeah, that was a thing.
Oh, okay.
Can you go into detail?
Explain.
I didn't want you to.
Because apparently the path that it took was hitting primarily white-occupied places and skipping black-occupied places.
Skipping?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I flagged BS on because it passed right over St. Louis. There is
Yeah.
I know. There were plenty
of
of
areas of St. Louis and avoided the black areas of St. Louis. I flagged bullshit on that.
Yeah, there are plenty of people that pointed out that was actually wrong, but that was a claim that was made.
And of course, the excessively high number of black people in Montana somehow, and white people there apparently weren't blessed by the eclipse being visible there.
You know, I really should mention all of this talk is inhibiting our drinking. You know that.
No. You can
Self-sigh.
You don't have to call drink and just self the entire bottle for Christ's sake.
Oh, all right. I was trying to follow the charter.
I gave you permission.
I was trying to follow the charter.
This deep into 750 milliliters. I'm not deep enough.
Oh my! All right.
Phrasing.
Jen, what do you got?
Moving on.
Oh, okay. All right. Moving on. We shall. Here we go.
Just not deep enough.
It's much larger than the Earth, and so we can then judge or calculate or measure the angles of elevation to the sun or the shadows that are created by the sun at the angle relative to the sun for this person or that person on the globe. Let's just give you an example here of the shadow you see. So I've put these black lines in to represent shadow.
Okay. You wished. What do you got?
First off is why, if we're measuring the shadow of the first person who would be probably 30 foot tall, and then measuring the shadow of the next person who would be about 10 foot tall, and then the person who would be 6 foot tall, going right to left. Why are they not at equal laterals and of the same size?
Why are you applying logic to this?
Because if I don't, he won't.
Better question. You're that far into the bottle of whiskey. How are you applying logic to this and not just pointing and laughing?
I may become Christian again, Jared.
Oh no, we can't have that.
Alrighty. And Diana, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm calling drink on this guy because he's actually got a point. What he's describing here is what a certain Mr. Eratosthenes did to calculate the circumference of the globe, for Christ's sake.
But he used the same size stick.
Idiot!
Wait.
Yeah, he used the same size stick, definitely. But I mean, the principle is there. He's actually stating that we can measure shadow lengths.
You mean Eratosthenes limited his variables? Fucking blasphemy!
Yeah.
Could technically still do it with different sized objects. It would just be a lot harder.
Actually, not really. As long as you have accurate measures of both the height of the object and the shadow length. Basic trig, you get your elevation angle, and then chug and plug, and you're fucking done. It really does. Differing heights really has minimal effect on it.
And if I remember correctly, he would have gone for the elevation, the angle, rather than shadow length, because this is how he got the slice of the earth that was cut by the shadow, right?
Correct. And that's another thing is people with basic skills in mathematics are able to do this with ease. And the beautiful thing about the Eratosthenes type of method for measuring the circumference of the earth, the more data points, the better, which is why the one that Syed mentioned earlier that was done by Slice Barcane, he had 27 usable data points. He had over 80 people actually enter the data. But for his video, he was, because of the criteria, so he didn't dox anyone, he was only able to use 27 of them. But guess what? It wasn't fucking flat.
Right.
Who would have thought that would have been the conclusion? Alrighty. Well, let us move on with this nonsense.
Right.
Oh boy.
Created by these
I want some more
parallel
models.
lines of
Yeah,
sunlight
we need to bring
from a
back
much
the
more
flat
massive
Earth model,
sun
Si.
coming on
All right. Let's let this play. I'll see if I can dig it up.
into a globe. But there's a problem here with this model that doesn't fit reality, because what's actually going to
Okay, never
happen
mind. I
with
guess we
such
don't
a
want-
massive
Yeah,
sun
nobody's that
casting
big.
all this light onto a globe
I don't know who
Earth,
you've been around.
we're not going to get any shadows. Why? Because I have a line here representing sunlight coming in from this side over here.
Oh, we have a drink
Bearing in
call.
mind
Drink.
I'm glad you called that, Jared, because I was about to.
Alrighty, Jared, what do you got?
Well, see, what we have here, people, is another failure to understand scale!
Ow.
Oh my.
Wearing a headset, you fool.
I leave it to Jared to call scale.
Alrighty. And Tornado, what do you got?
As he's holding up a pencil.
The sun emits light in all directions.
Yeah.
Every which direction. So of course you're gonna have subangles doing that. That's why you have penumbras and umbras, you asshole.
Oh my. I repeat, somebody is in a mood today. Alrighty.
Tornado, don't take this personally, but are you on your period?
No, I am a
All
I
right.
am physically incapable of having one.
I love
Oh.
you, I love you, Tornado. Thank you for allowing me
Wait.
to crack the joke.
Tornado, how old are you?
23, but I am a dude. I am physically incapable.
All
Well, wait.
Well, I'm a lady and I'm physically incapable, so come on.
I'm curious. Isn't the term menstruation?
That's true. That is true.
It is.
And by the way, they've actually shown that men do have their own biochemical, hormonal type of cycles too. So,
Yes.
Not
They've
quite
also
as
shown that some of the
pronounced.
cramps during our periods can get as bad as the pain of heart attacks.
Oh my.
We're not exaggerating when we say it hurts.
Huh.
Oh man,
You know, Charis, if I could take your voice and transplant it into my wife would almost be perfect.
Okay.
No, you know, I said this on Wednesday to Bo. That probably sounded a lot better in your head than when it came out of your mouth.
Okay, so give me a piggy moment.
All right. Anyway, yeah, you had mentioned the flat.
Thank you for the sentiment, Wish.
You had mentioned the flat Earth model and how they seem
I understand what you mean.
they seem to have gone all this time without
I like
producing.
your other side.
Without producing a working flat Earth model, and so we
Syrup.
came up with syrup. So we came up with our own.
Syrup.
Here is the flat Earth model, and she is currently employed. So we know that there is a working flat Earth model. So there we go. And that was
Now wait a second. Being employed on Harry Hines does not qualify as being employed.
All right. Well, there's a model anyway. Okay, close. I said close. Go
And
away.
Wish, just for the record, it's Karis.
Charis, I'm sorry. I apologize.
No worries, no offense.
Syrup. Okay, and
I'm gonna stick with syrup.
all right. Let's turn it over to the audience. One for syrup, two for what is it? Syrup? Is that the other way? All right, there we go.
I'll rent the car. Not a good model. Too many curves.
All right.
Syrup.
Have we? Lovely. Hello. Hey, look, it's Bo.
Bo, not famous yet, but we're trying.
Hello.
Get in here.
Syrup.
Hello.
Hello.
Get in here, brother.
Hello. Hello.
He actually is going to be on his way to an event where he might actually get to fly.
Indeed. Indeed. So alcohol would be
You're
inappropriate.
actually going to release Bo out of his own country?
I like that you had to specify he was going to fly legally.
All right. Perhaps we should move on. Here we
Yes,
go.
move on.
Hi, we're having so much fun.
We are.
Yes, we're not drinking enough, though.
So the
I keep
sunlight.
telling you guys,
is
you
going to
don't have
come-
to call drink dissolve, for fuck's sake.
That's
I'm
true.
gonna go grab a banana.
Okay.
Oh, not again.
down
Here we
I
go.
bet I have a banana
past
for you,
us, but it's
Karis.
also going to come down in this direction, and it would eliminate the shadow.
Oh, he's so close to correct. He's so close to correct. He's talking about. He just pointed out that it's not an isotropic radiator. Come on, make the extra
It's
leap.
not nice and tropic radiator, you asshole.
Make it. Yeah, Jared, what do you got?
Say it.
Wait,
Say
wait.
it.
Wait, fuckwit. Is that why shadows aren't completely pitch black?
And you can sometimes have two shadows. They're usually really close to each other, but it happens.
And he's so close to just by even with this drawing, he's so close to understanding. Like, just make the jump, dude. Make the jump. It's not that far. You wished. What do you got?
Can I channel Inner Kinnison here? Sam Kinnison?
Sam
Go
Kinnison.
for it. Say it! Say it!
All right, and more stuff.
You see, it would be impossible to say this light here, this ray of light, is casting a shadow
Right.
from this person,
Think.
because actually this person will also have light shining on them from this direction.
Unless what? Unless what? Unless it's really freaking far away. Come on, say it. Say it.
So you would not get a shadow.
Did he actually tell you
So
not
given
yet?
The model, the helium.
Blitz, what do you got?
So I'm going to add into that even the light you're being hit by that isn't parallel is going to be so much more diffuse than the parallel light
Yes.
that it's almost not going to matter.
Yes, for a personal shadow, that's quite true. Jared, what do you got?
Well, and not even that. For if you were actually able to measure the deviation off of parallel, we're talking tenths of a degree at worst.
Physicist has it.
Very worse.
Physicist has it. Scale!
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
And,
yeah, and yeah,
yes.
even right before that, he said the only time a shadow is pitch black is due to ambient lighting, and also the fact that the sun isn't a point light source, as he drew on the Flurf model. Now, we have to be careful what we draw on the flat Earth model. She does have a job to maintain.
That is true. That is true. All right.
Yeah, but see, if we draw it in the wrong place, she'll lose her employment completely.
Quite true.
But if we draw it in the right place, we can have a lot of fun rediscovering it.
Shut up, Jared.
Oh, look, Chris says tenths of a second of degree of divergence. Okay. And here we go.
Heliocentric model, which has us on a small Earth compared to a large sun that's beaming down light that covers the entire Earth, or half an Earth, the half of the globe Earth facing the sun.
Okay, you wished. What do you got?
You know, the fact of the matter is that it does not cover half of the Earth. The ambient light covers 2/3, as I've been able to measure through my lifetime. I'm 46 years old. I can tell you, daylight lasts longer than 12 hours during the summer months. It lasts shorter during the winter months, depending upon which hemisphere you live in.
Okay. Alrighty.
Well, here's the thing with that, though. Where he lives, he is actually close enough to the equator that his time of day for daylight really doesn't change all that much. Yes, there is a measurable change, but it's not as drastic as those of us who are in the more northern and more southerly reaches of everything. So
Yeah,
there is that. But even then, in any one instant in time, it's not 2/3 of the Earth that's getting direct sunlight. It's a tick over 50, because while the atmosphere does have that dusk feature that does go a little bit farther, it's not the surface of the Earth.
I agree, but my cousin lives in Alaska, and he's only getting 3 hours of darkness a day right now. And the closer we get to the summer solstice, the less nighttime he will have. He will actually be a 24-hour in 24-hour light.
Well, and then
the summer solstice.
Now, keep in mind, down in Antarctica, it's the opposite of that.
Oh,
So
yeah, it's dang near midnight all the time.
Yeah, so that's where in any one instant in time, the sun is actively shining on a little over 50% of the Earth, because when you look at even the size and the way light propagates, you're getting the straight on 50%, but then only a slight bit more past it that is the terminator area where dusk happens.
Indeed. But yeah, if you ignore the rotation, it's just about a little over half. Alrighty. And why do I suspect Diana didn't see this fellow at any of the Mensa meetings? Diana, what do you got?
No, I did not.
On the other hand, if I remember right, supposedly Orphan Red got into Mensa, so...
Oh, I've always said
Let's not mention Professor Funbags tonight, okay?
Well, I'll tell you what, to say that somebody is smart is not to deny that they're crazy.
Or a skilled Poe.
Yeah, you wished. You mentioned your cousin up in Alaska. That degree of sunlight, the 3 hours, which I think you said now, right, is another reason we know that the Earth is not flat.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Diana.
Yeah.
Quite true. Alrighty. And on that note, here we go.
It still means that it would be impossible for anyone or anything to cast a shadow on the Earth, because you would always have light coming in from other
Big drink. All right, go ahead, Diana.
Go outside sometime during the day and look around yourself on the ground and see that rather dark thing that's emanating from your feet out in a particular direction, usually the direction opposite the direction you see the frickin' sun. That's called a shadow, jackass.
Quite true.
Idiot.
True. Tornado, what do you got?
You're so close to the right answer, fuckwit. You're so close. Just say that the sun is far away and it's not an fucking isotropic radiator.
Quite true. That's all he needs to. All he needs to do is add in distance. That's all he needs, and he's just not making the jump. All right, you wished. What do you got?
Hey, I mean, in Tornado again, I yield to him, but with the addition that even when the sun is directly over your freaking head and giving you a sunburn on that bald ass head of yours, it's still casting a fucking shadow.
That it is. Alrighty. RJ, what do you got?
Yeah, so it appears as though he is leaving out a few trivial little variables, such as the true scale of anything. And I notice also the lack of motion, because doesn't the sun seem to move in the sky by direct observation? It isn't in the same space all the time. And there are also the stars and the planets. Don't they need to account for all of that? Does anyone want to lay bet about how close our little flurfer is to working out that detailed predictive stellar ephemeris?
Oh, please let me. He's not even anywhere near close because his denialism is so real, I can even taste it.
Yes, may I propose that the inability of flurfers to accomplish this task is due to the fact that their model is, how shall I put it, 100% head up their ass, no debate, no issue involved. Wrong!
Let's just say that the medical diagnosis for every flurfer at every time has been cranial rectamitis.
Yeah.
I'm curious, RJ, in your question, can we use cosmological comparisons? Because if we have him being right about his workable, predictable explanations of things as us here on the Earth, is it possible for his actual location to be beyond the observable horizon of the universe?
Oh, I think his brain is at that point. Beyond the event horizon.
All right. You're right. This is much more fun drinking all the time. Blitz, what do you got?
One other thing that he seems to be getting wrong is that although the sun emits light in all directions, when you're on Earth, it doesn't come in from all directions.
Quite true. That's that whole distance variable he left off. Alrighty. Let's.
Not scale.
Indeed. Or bearing any resemblance at all to reality.
Speaking of scales,
yes,
physicist put some beautiful ones in screen caps.
Let us take a peek and see what we have.
Are these the sexy 1/10 of a milligram scales, Jared? Are these the ones that I'm going to turn into Piggy and turn into an absolute pervert over?
No, but physicist, I do have one request. I am not a dragon. I am an angry bald eagle.
I wouldn't necessarily describe you as an angry bald eagle, just a very, very moody one.
Look at my avatar. Need I say more?
You're second class.
All right.
Need I say more? You've got to be a first class to be a pissed off bald eagle or above.
All right. Uh-oh. Morton is indicating that it is time to piss on boots, so we shall do that very thing. Moving on.
God damn it, Morton.
Here we go. Oh, Tornado. You got additional? Nope. I guess not. My mistake. Okay, here we go.
Eliminating the shadow.
Oh, 0, not a thing.
It's simple. When you compare the ideas in the model, these compartmentalized ideas or so-called proofs or illustrations, with reality, we know that if we are on a stage,
piss on
and there is
clams.
a light over here, and a light over here, beaming down on us, basically the equivalent of
You could just.
Drink.
See, I was about to say we could ignore all this crap because he's not talking about distance, but apparently there's disagreement, so you wished. You're up.
Oh, plenty.
Okay.
I've gone and cooked myself eggs, and we're still on the same graphic.
He's trying to compare
I'm roasting
the light cast from two light sources to the sun. How wrong can you freaking be? Just plain wrong that way.
All right, so shall it be. Yeah, I threw in it. That was a double because it also got not even because he's still not figuring in distance or the actual size of the sun. Those two things.
If you figured in all three, that's 3 just wrongs. That's 10.
Alrighty, and let's see, Jared, what do you got?
So 0 1 3 2 1 3 2. I'm late. What I miss? Look at the screen. Look who it is. Look at the drink count. You have some catching up to do, sir. And point 2, Biggles! Good to see you.
Hi, Biggles!
Biggles!
Hey, Biggles.
Alrighty, let's see. Blitz, what do you got?
So now that Karis came back, I have 2 things. One of them is so Karis has eggs and a banana now.
I skipped the banana.
Oh, okay.
I would say I would say on the risk of everything that Karis was probably born with eggs, just knowing human physiology and without knowing anything of Karis's past. But if I'm wrong, I stand corrected.
All right.
Anyway,
I'm so confused.
Well, from,
You're not the only one, hon.
From
Yeah.
Doorknob Head.
The other
Whoop.
the other thing I had is that he's absolutely right that the model he's displaying doesn't comport with reality.
Right.
But that's because he doesn't understand what the actual scientific model is, and the model and he doesn't understand that the model he's displaying is not the scientific model.
One could almost claim straw man, couldn't one?
Oh no!
Could, except that he
One
doesn't
could claim
realize-
crack cocaine for that.
All right. Yes.
I was brought by the stork.
Ah, very good. Tornado, what do you got?
Seriously. Fuck wait. Put distance into your equation.
It would help. It would help. It would be handy. Diana, what do you got?
Phrasing.
In reference to an earlier comment from Doorknob Head,
Uh-huh.
Karis cooked her eggs too close to the sun.
Okay. And
Think about it, really.
Okay. Let's see, Jared, what do you got?
Sean Carroll. A Yorkshire Terrier is smarter than Gigantor. I would say. Hang on. I would say a mentally challenged Chihuahua could beat this guy
Wow.
in an intelligence contest.
That is so wrong.
That's
So a
harsh.
chihuahua.
That is wrong.
I'm glad you caught that, Karis.
Hey Jerry, did you catch my side comment in the side chat?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to point these things out.
All right. And moving on. Here we go.
To having a massive sun above us, we would not have a shadow either side.
If it was close.
It's not
All the
above.
shadows would be
It's not.
faded or out
Yeah.
of focus, or we'd get lots of different shadows. Yeah, but the fact is that when we're on the Earth, we get very, very sharp, distinct
Drink.
shadow.
Oh, yeah. I would say so. Go ahead. You got it. You
I
wish.
apologize, I strike, but I even have to call this one out.
Go ahead.
Even with the current Earth model, our shadows do create a penumbra. We do have blurring of the shadow at the edges. He's saying we don't.
Indeed.
He's
Where is
lying.
Where is his drug dealer? I need some of that.
I thought that's just because I was ethereal.
All shadows diffuse and get more diffuse the further away from the object.
Thank you.
I mean, duh. I noticed that like in what, 2 years before kindergarten.
All right.
Oh shit, Sherlock.
Although you probably didn't know the word diffuse.
No, I didn't.
I didn't know the word penumbra until I hit 9th grade science.
I
Alrighty.
bet Paris could say
My
penumbra so wonderful.
no, my educational system here in Texas sucked.
RJ, I couldn't say much very well because I was still almost nonverbal.
But I mean now, just
Right
just
now.
just regale us with penumbra.
Penumbra.
Oh, that should be, guys. Y'all getting her to say all these
This
sexual
is
words.
this is now astronomy porn.
All right.
RJ, I'll come on your show anytime.
Jared, just stay move along and listen.
Appear on this show, or
I'm just gonna go eat my food.
Okay.
I'm gonna put these eggs in my mouth and
Where we
roll
can
them.
talk about hypotenuses.
All right, Jared, what do you got?
Let me find it again so I can appropriately attribute this wonderfully perfect comment from the chat. Chris Tetsolis. At least the Chihuahua is lovable.
Yeah, until they stick their tongue clear up your nose.
Okay, what is it with Chihuahuas?
I hate chihuahuas.
Why
I
do
would
they-
punch a chihuahua.
Well, see, it depends on the Chihuahua. We had one
There
over
are
here.
some very dignified chihuahuas.
It depends. If you spend a couple $100 on a Chihuahua, you get something that jumps off the bed and breaks its legs. If you spend $3,000 on a Chihuahua, you basically get a German Shepherd that's a foot long, with one exception. With one exception that you guys mentioned, and I thought it was just ours. Why do they all have to stick their tongues up your nose?
Well, they're so used to tasting their own, they want to see if everyone's flavor is the same.
I see. All right.
Boogers are sweet.
One
It's not
more
just
thing.
koalas,
And this is
I mean,
this is
dachshunds will do the
Doorknob
same
Head.
thing.
One more thing. This is Doorknob Head's comment in the chat. No, penumbra is not two Russian prostitutes. Period. End of discussion.
Okay. All right.
The dachshund and the Maltese will do the same thing. So maybe it's just a little dog thing.
It is very much a little dog.
Well, are we sure of that? Because maybe the big dogs.
Give birth to a litter of parented pups from a Maltese, that would be dangerous.
Okay, so
There's a lot of good things about little dogs.
Yeah. So when you're looking at the larger breeds, and as someone who has 2 labs and has had many of them, the thing with the larger breed dogs is they don't go for your nose; they go for your mouth.
Yep.
So they just like holes.
It's because the tongue is too big for the nose. That's what I was thinking. That's why they don't.
That's what it is, yeah.
Alrighty.
They
Anyway,
just want to fill whatever hole they can. They just know that.
did you notice that just about anything that we could talk about is better than watching this crappy video? Have you noticed that?
Yes, I most certainly have.
All right.
A biker prepper.
I think we're exploring the limits of that.
Big dogs always sniff the lady parts, and that's kind of like uncomfortable in public.
Indeed.
Well, keep in mind the universal hello for a dog is to literally stick their nose up the asshole of the other dog.
They're probably wondering why we're not smelling their butt.
That's like a name. That's a name, but the butts are name tags for dogs, of course.
No,
probably
it's
think
to
we're
check.
rude.
It's actually scientifically it's proven. It's to check what the other dog has been eating. They can tell that.
I see. All right. And
I have a picture I could share about that, but later.
Please don't.
All right.
Thank you.
And
I don't know.
Carry on.
Is that a
Carry on.
moving on. Here we go.
And that's only possible in a situation like this.
Uh-huh.
We
Bullshit.
No, this is a
Bullshit.
drink.
Not even just plain
wrong.
Okay.
Because he's fucking lying.
Indeed. I'm good with that. Okay, here we go. That's the good old days where 3 seconds for a drink call.
a sun
That wasn't a drink call. That was just
has
plain wrong.
an objective
Which
position
is a drink call.
above the Earth.
God damn
and
me,
it really
Jared. My
doesn't
liver
matter
hates you.
how far away it is.
The problem here is
What
that
happens is that
his
the
son
jet
So much
suffer the
for
same
my
problem
recovery.
This is only
So
possible.
much for my recovery.
You know
I want to see the movie.
what? What?
Why?
Wait. You want to see the movie? So we should go to
Yeah.
Spirit Science?
I say we do a.
Want to see if you
No.
want to see the movie? It's on Pornhub.
All right.
Where's my mute all button?
Now the movie, folks.
All right. And moving on.
On a
Hey,
flat
just a
Earth.
second. I think we
with-
need to go back to raising hands for a little bit, just to kind of get back in the habit.
A little bit.
That would be well. We've been sticking.
That
To,
would
yeah,
be
we
a
should.
very, very good idea.
We should stick to it. Oh, and there's a few. Jen, what do you got?
I watched my first porn film last week.
Oh, how was it?
I couldn't believe how young I looked.
All righty.
Where's your rim
I will,
shot?
I will give that the not worthy, the not worthy, not worthy.
That's and yeah, no crickets for that one. Well
Yeah.
done. Jared, what do you got?
I'm sorry, Karis. What can I do to make it up to you?
What?
All right.
Wow.
And here we go.
A local sun. Yeah?
Uh-oh. Colorado biker prepper. Gotta go. Okay, good night. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, Colorado.
See you next time. And uh-oh. Morton says he's found something even more stupid than the last one. Hey, do you know where to post it? Absolutely.
Is it possible?
he's gonna break movie night again. All right, here we go.
Simply works. Now, often people will argue that if you add 3 or 4 or 5 positions with different people looking up at the sun, you will get different angles. They don't necessarily meet.
Where
Well,
does
again,
Kama
there-
Sutra end?
Yeah, actually, that starts at 2. But, all right. You wished. What do you got?
Oh, asked and answered already.
Okay.
Again, I go back to the pictures my wife and I shared with each other. 6 pixels, and we're on cheap fucking cameras. We're on Kodaks. $79 at Walmart. Go buy you one. Get it online. Hey, how about that? I'll compare my image against what you take with the minimum zoom, meaning 0, meaning it's not having any zoom at all.
Paraphrase, if you show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Yours. What was that, Karis?
Nothing worth repeating.
Don't worry about it. I didn't. But
I said paraphrased, if you show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Exactly.
Giggity.
All right. And, okay. And, Tornado, what do you got?
Seriously, this guy doesn't seem to understand distance.
Yeah, I think you're correct with that.
This
All
guy
right.
doesn't understand mathematics.
Wait, how could we have not? We've said this on every show previously. We could have stopped. This guy doesn't understand, and just stop talking right there. That's perfect.
This guy doesn't understand. He just doesn't fucking understand.
There you
Tornado,
go.
don't ruin our fun right now. I'm not drunk enough to run it.
Alrighty. And Blitz, what do you got?
Just pointing out that with the understanding of sunlight that he displayed in the previous slide, his current slide would have the same problems he described.
And this is the one that supposedly comports with his reality. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, let's see. Anybody else? Tornado, were you done?
Oh, yes.
Okay, cool. Here we go. More stuff. Not much more stuff, by the way. Here we go.
2 factors there, because first of all we have the individual subjective perspective of each observer. Again, there will be an apparent difference in the height of the sun above the surface for the individual observer. But
By what,
also
4 inches?
To what part of
Hey,
the
you can
sun
do a lot with
are
4
you
inches.
measuring?
Oh,
Are you measuring to the center of the sun? And
Or-
how big or small is that sun? If, for example, we made...
Alrighty. And Jared, what do you got?
How big is the sun? Do you really want to know? I don't think you do, because you've been denying it the entire fucking time. You want to deny what has been measured and confirmed.
Indeed. Alrighty.
What is the diameter of the sun offhand?
About 1 million miles, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, let me go.
About 1 million.
It's like big and really bright. So if you want to go there, make sure you go at night.
Oh yeah, of course. Duh.
Hey, we got any news from?
Okay, here we go.
Speaking of which, we get any news from Parker recently? I have not.
About half. I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to as well.
All the Hershey bars that took a long melted.
Yes, indeed.
As far as the diameter of our dear sun here, what I have is 864,340 miles.
Wait a minute, Diana.
Yeah, close to enough.
My question for you is: how long ago was this, and how much did I drink? Did you just say we had a son?
Wow, that would take quite a bit of whiskey for me.
You think I'd remember something like that? That must have.
That would take a miracle for me, kids.
Was that was that on a movie night? That's the only time.
Yeah, I think it was the movie night when I was doing gin and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, those are the only points that are complete blanks. All right. And Jared, what do you got?
So looking up the latest from the Parker Solar Probe, it has made its second pass at its closest approach, perihelion, and is currently doing an outbound phase of that second orbit, and this was as of April 4th.
Very good.
So it's chugging along. It's doing its job. No reported major failures at this point.
Look at that. We built a thing that's touched the freaking sun and still works. I like it. I like it a lot.
But
they used a lot of duct tape on it.
Every flat earther will deny that we built a thing and it's touched the sun.
Yeah.
Because we can't do such things.
Of course not. Of course not.
Well, it's easy for them because they denied it even launched.
Yeah. Well,
I'm staring right at hamset.org. You know, that's the funny thing is that, ham radio's done more to prove a globe than just about anything other than NASA and Elon Musk in the last 40 years.
Indeed. And did actually, this is something you must have thought about at least once. Isn't it interesting how all modern industries and all that have just recently come up with the concept of CubeSats? A lot of
and that's the funny thing is I helped build one.
yeah, that's
and I got into a my left hand filed rape charges argument.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and if you don't know who my left hand filed rape charges against me was, then that's right the hand. Yeah, he and I went round and round over immature satellite, and that was not good for him.
Right the hand, isn't that the guy who got beat up by that woman?
Yes.
Oh yes, he got his butt kicked by an MMA female fighter. She handed him his cranial rectimitis on a silver platter.
What was it? One punch?
No, it was actually she played with him. She actually manipulated the crap out of both fights that they had, and she kicked his tail twice.
Let's put it this way: she had him in such a position multiple times that she could have literally pounded his face in, but instead she decided to just hold him and force him into a submission each time.
Oh yeah. No.
In other words, she had his nuts in a vice.
No, Tornado. He went into it knowing it was the only pussy he was ever going to be able to grab in his life,
and failed.
Failed at that.
All right.
Well, we should put her.
Let's just say he had his nuts in a vice grip and he squealed as a result.
No.
Arm
bar and near choke out.
Oh my.
She stayed above the waist, probably for that reason.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
So that he couldn't claim that she grabbed him by a sensitive area and forced the submission that way.
Well, that's not normally how we do it.
To embarrass the crap out of him.
When you're grappling, you don't grab for that area if you're doing it by the rules.
Accepting,
If you're doing it by the rules. If you're doing it as a matter of self-defense,
accepting.
my daughter. I have my daughter. The first thing you do is grab, squeeze, pull, and twist.
That isn't.
Oh!
That
Ow!
that
ow,
isn't.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Believe it or not, that is an integral part of Krav Maga.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the things they say in the class. No testicles, no Krav Maga. So
my daughter knows it well. She understands the grab, squeeze, pull, and twist. I taught her personally how to do it. Dad, she will do it to any guy, including Dad.
so you're a little polite around the house. You're saying then.
There is with my daughter, and I only have one. She understands her personal safety is more important than Dad's personal feelings.
There you go. Well said indeed.
Boy, wait till she's a teenager.
Oh, she's 24.
Oh. No, she's known this since she was 5.
The grab, squeeze, pull, and twist.
All right, so
I have nicknamed her the castrator.
Ow! Ow!
All right.
Ow!
So you've been through the whole you're God, you're an idiot, and then later on, oh, you actually know stuff. So you've already been through the wave. Then, if she's 24, you're back to smart again.
I'm a 3-time grandfather.
Oh, okay, all right. So, alrighty. Let's see. Weren't we doing something? There was something we were doing.
Yeah, was responding to fuckwit.
Oh, video. Does it? Goddamn video. All right, here we go. Video 10.
Just in my defense, I was not talking of an actual self-defense fight.
Okay, understood.
Given.
Absolutely. And here we go.
Let's just try right now and make a large sun. Okay.
Oh, here it comes.
What? Now what is he typing? Wait, what is he? Pause. What is he typing into his freaking program there? Manipulation?
He's typing breathe in, breathe out, breathe in.
How much you want to bet he doesn't move? He doesn't move the center of the sun. He just expands it so it looks like a big orange sitting on the grass.
He manipulates the independent variable following the scientific principle that has been well established.
All right, let's see what he does here.
Holy shit, he's not using Microsoft Paint.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Oh,
no! Drawing not to scale.
I call that drink.
I figured. I'm not entirely sure, but I think you might have a comment on this particular. Go right ahead.
Is it part of the scientific method to manipulate the independent variable?
Nope.
Am I wrong on that? What am I wrong on, Jared?
What? No, you do not. No, I'm agreeing. You do not manipulate the independent variable. Because here's the thing: time is always the independent variable. You can't really
tell that to Nathan Oakley.
Oh,
Nathan Oakley has his own problem at 17 feet.
Yeah, the problem with me trying to tell them anything is they don't like me, ergo they don't let me on their shows.
Which one was it that thought that?
Oh no, I've been banned on 4 accounts for fuckwit.
Wait, really? You wished? Really? Wow, how come I haven't heard of
I called him on Tornado. I have called him on his bullshit 5 different times, and 4 times he's blocked my account. Only once has he answered me directly with some dribble drabble from a marijuana stupor, or worse, probably a meth stupor, because it's the only way I can figure out that he got bad teeth. I got my bad teeth from getting punched in the fucking mouth. I'm missing 2 front teeth from being punched in the mouth by a thief. But my problems are not his problems. He lives in Phuket, Thailand, where all is daisies and roses and young boys. I'll leave it at that.
And Morton has given us a super chat, and don't worry about the I knew who you meant. So I look at Timothy. Last comment: spanned. Fear not. And yes, I knew who you meant. Okay. And RJ, what do you got?
Yes, just a note regarding time and the flurfer. I'm afraid for his argument, it has just run out.
Alrighty. Let's see. We have. Here's the interesting thing about that. We have made tremendous progress tonight. We have about 4 minutes left of this.
And it was how long to begin with?
No shit.
It was 5 minutes, Jared. No.
So we're right on par.
No, it was a 20-minute video, so we are making progress. Fortunately, near the end, he seems to be getting into the repetition, and this space orange is truly the first new thing we've heard in quite a while. So
wait a minute, Cy. If we've got 4 minutes left,
right?
Wait a second, Cy.
So what?
If it's marijuana-induced illusion, then can we call it a truly new thing?
I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Diana, you had something to wedge in here?
I mean, if we've got four and a half minutes left, and we're 2.5 hours in, that would give us enough time for another one, wouldn't it?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Diana, I love you, but my liver could not handle another.
Although, this is actually a good show to get broken in on, because look at the drink count of 27. There have been nights where we topped out over 60.
Oh no. I'm well above 27. I can't personally afford any more than this, and I can't afford, as far as my liver speaking goes, I've already suffered enough with the the fatty liver disease because of my previous naval service. Trying to keep up with my shipmates. Jared to be able to tell you something about that.
Just admit you're out of practice.
Oh well, no, brother, I am way out of practice, Jared. I am beyond so far out of practice. It's not even funny. And not only that, I also had the scare of liver cancer within the last 2 years. Thank you very much. Pass.
Okay, by the way, I agree with Timothy Studer in the chat.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we could do that.
All right. You know what? Just so you know what kind of stuff you're talking about here.
I refuse to be up until dawn having to yell drink.
The Spirit Science one is 1 hour and 28 minutes and 29 seconds long.
No.
Let's give this some thought, shall we? All right.
I do not have enough loose tobacco pre-rolled for the Spirit Science one.
So not.
So here's the thing, Cy. When that came across my recommended, I saw who it was from, I saw the title, and I saw the duration, and it had to go on the menu.
Of course. Of course it did.
And I hate you because we ended up on this instead of one of the Hovines.
See,
I would have rather dealt with one of the Hovines because I had my Bible preloaded into my computer, Jared. Preloaded.
Just
ready to go to annihilate the Hovines.
See,
just give it time. They're half of the wheel. It's bound to land there in the next two shows.
The next time that you have the Hovines up, both younger and elder, I want in.
So next week.
Next week, then.
Strike, I yell to you because to you and to Jared and to the rest of the panel, I am the weakest link here. And I will fully admit it because Jared will tell you, I fully admit, because I don't understand a whole lot of science and I don't understand a whole lot of math.
Well, see, that's not something to worry about in this particular group. And on a serious note, I've always said that about all of us. Not one of us knows everything, but all together we know a kind of a hell of a lot. So,
well, see, but here in this, I am truly the weakest link because I don't know a whole lot about math. I don't know a whole lot about science because I was raised in a fundamentalist, ignore math, ignore science family. But I realized that there was an entire different world I wasn't learning about previous.
Well,
maybe sometime Wished and I could have a contest of who knows less.
You can always talk to me.
Who was that? Was that Lavender?
That was Jen.
Jen? You know what? I'm over on Jared's USDA server as repentant conservative, or you wished, or whatever Piggy declares me as. He'll probably declare me as Lord Cunt after tonight because I managed to stay on the panel and he didn't. So, if I end up as Lord Cunt tonight, understand you can come and message me personally. You and I can have a conversation about who actually knows less. I would welcome that conversation. In the meantime, Psystrike, please move on.
Okay, and I wasn't laughing. You heard me laughing. I wasn't laughing at you guys. I was directed to Phil Holland's last comment as to what we should do next.
Oh no. Well, before
you know what, Psystrike, next Friday, you know what should be? There should be a competition between me and anybody else as to who knows absolutely fucking less and can actually prove a globe. That should be next week's show.
Okay.
Either way, here's the thing: you don't have to know much to know more than these guys.
Tornado, I agree with that.
That wasn't me who said that.
Where's my?
The thing is that I can physically admit I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I never will be. But I know enough to admit when I don't know every freaking thing, and everything that I know may absolutely be wrong.
You do not suffer from Dunning-Kruger.
No, I suffer from a fact of reality.
Sorry, Jared.
I'm trying to tell you, I've admitted on the show. How many times, Jared? How many times Veterans Talk? Jared, on Veterans Talk, how many times have I admitted that I'm the dumbest one on your panel?
Jared, quick talk.
You've tried it often enough, but
quick.
That was too funny. So the first thing, to something that you said earlier in your spiel there, you wished, from Cajun Crustacean. I'm now imagining him loading tiny Bibles into a shotgun.
Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Next.
All right. Did you see Phil Holland's? I can only guess this is a recommendation for the next movie we should do. And not tonight, but the recommendation was Spirit Science. But with the voice replaced by the noise of a tortoise fucking a shoe. Oh my!
I strike add that to next week if I'm on it.
Here's my best Spirit Science impression.
Hold on.
Better yet, let's go Kent Hovind at 1.25 and let's see how much you wish you can pick up.
All right. And
Phil, how do you know what that sounds like?
Well,
I never intend to listen to Kent Hovind because what I've heard of Kent Hovind from the Non Sequitur show, shameless plug here because I actually like the Non Sequitur show. Kyle Curtis is a good guy.
It's pronounced non sequitur.
All right, calm down.
Okay, all right. I mispronounced crap. I'm from the South. Forgive me. But
all right.
Have you seen the drink count?
It's good.
I'm well beyond 30.
All right. I see RJ has the hand up because, Jared, I don't know if you're aware of this. Whenever someone has their hand up, we just call on them and they get to talk. I don't know if you're aware of that.
I try that, but I really wanted to just real quick. Doorknob Head, the consensual shoe. Good band name. Yeah, you know what? I agree. I think the chat should get more interesting band names going, preferably about turtles and tortoises.
There you go. All right.
Heroes in a half shell.
RJ, what do you got?
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you wish that you're living in a wonderful golden age in that we have access to so much science information directly at virtually no cost if you've got the internet and a mouse, to be able to download science papers, to see wonderful educators who do videos on things, to have general summary works and all the rest. So it's a colossal world. Whereas where I was growing up in the ancient days, when I was in college around 1970, if you didn't have access to a college library, you don't have access to science data at the direct level. That's all changed now.
Understand that when I entered ACU in 1993, they were still the Stone Age of the internet. It was 56K bound and 0 return.
Well, that's quite true. When I was doing my own research,
funnel papers went. I didn't have the access that I have now.
The technical literature wasn't available much even in the 1990s. Even just 10 years ago, it wasn't available on the scale we have now. So we're living in a time where idiots like this flat earther have no excuse for stupid in 2019.
Quite true. And Doorknob Head, Doorknob Head, that is not what we mean by golden age.
At least I'm willing to step beyond my creationist bounds and say creationism isn't right. It is not right. Evolution is the step to go. I owe that to Coach Briggs at Midlothian Middle School, now Frank Seal Middle School in Midlothian, Texas. And for those of you who may not have known, yes, I did go to school with Chris Kyle, the American Sniper.
You lucky bastard.
He was instrumental in my awakening because he broke that.
Tortoise. Okay. All right. I am following instructions and looking at Tony Designs. Last comment. Tortoise crotch shaving porn. The tortoise and the hare. Okay.
You know what? I don't give much to the tortoise and the hare, but let's continue.
Yes. Tornado has something. Tornado, what do you got?
Heroes in a half shell.
All right, moving on. Here we go. Here we go.
Again, it can be any distance or any height. It really doesn't matter.
Right. The distance makes no difference. All right.
Wait.
Go ahead, Jared.
I can afford a new drink for this. Hang on a second. Now, look. That's
you get to work on that. I'm going to get to work on this stupid. Oh yeah, just change the size. It doesn't matter. Except it fucking does.
Yeah. As far as I know, math is still a thing. And yeah. All right, Tornado, what do you got to throw in here?
Yeah, changing the size doesn't matter, except when it does.
I've noticed that myself. All right. You wished. What do you got?
Your nightmare has returned. Again, just because you don't understand math doesn't mean that it's not real. Maybe that's a thing.
Indeed. Alrighty. And here we go. Everybody drop the hands. We're moving on. Here we go.
Oh boy.
Yay.
What's important here is that at what point for any observer do you figure that they are looking at their line of sight?
We are paused. Go ahead.
At what point does your sun matter? Your sun is irrelevant because why? It doesn't represent reality.
That is true. That's drink worthy. We can have a drink to that. That doesn't have to be. That doesn't have to be just paused. All right, and moving on. Here we go. Yay.
Is meeting the sun. Is it here? Is it here?
See, he's so close. He's so close to understanding. Oh, take the extra step, you bastard.
Going towards the center. Is it down
But only
here?
if it's
Pause.
We are paused.
Again,
Uh-huh.
his son does not comport to reality.
Quite true.
His brain
And
doesn't.
you know what? I'm not willing to make that drink worthy except for myself because I paused it.
You know what? No. This is a drink one.
No, Jared, it's not because I've
There are
already
two-
paused it once before.
There
I've
are
already-
two. There are two other people with their hands raised. Let's see what points they have.
Okay, if they make drink worthy points, then they can drink. But personally, I'm going to drink simply because I paused the video.
Okay, so it's technically
Diane.
drinking. Okay, Diane, what do you got?
Yeah, boy, you were saying so close, so close. 2 points on that son. He got perfectly correct already because the top, if you will, of the sun to Mr. whatever his name's head over on the left, and the bottom, if you will, of the sun to Mr. what's his name's head. Those are 2 of the points by which you can start to calculate where the image is going. So all he's got to do is just go to his feet, and he's there. But he's not going to make it. He's going to refuse.
That's what I was saying. He's so close. All he has to do is take his orange and
He is-
move it out about a
he is-
mile and a
he is
half.
So far, he is
Yeah.
so far, yet so close. It's dangerously close to castration time.
And he's going to refuse to do it because he is an idiot.
Lavender, I agree with you. Ding that once for me, please.
All right,
I
and
love you, Lavender Lady. I bow the Wayne World unworthy. I'm not worthy.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
all right.
Yes, he does need to take just a couple more steps, preferably off a short pier.
Yes, indeed.
The problem is that he won't go near the pier to take the few short steps, Jared. Come on.
No. We just need to put his favorite Katoy out there, and then it'll
He
happen.
will
Wait a
not-
minute, Jared.
He will not go a pier for fear of falling off.
Jared, the pier, is that who the president hung out with in Russia that they have the video of?
I think so.
Ooh.
And the other thing,
Do not.
Tony Designs, a
Listen,
turtle,
let's
a
please-
turtle with a heart on is a slow poke.
Oh my. All right.
Went there.
Very good.
You opened the door. I blame you for that joke, Size Right?
Oh no, that's me calling for the turtle and tortoise band names and everything.
Okay,
I'll take credit for that
I know
one.
you got that sublot because I told that joke 3 years before you hit A school.
No. Tony Designs in the chat.
Yep, there you go. All righty. Let's see. Anybody? Diana, you got anything?
Oh,
Nope.
I'm sorry. I have to put my hand down.
Not at all, not at all. And we're closing in on it here. Moving on.
And how large or small does that sun appear for the observer? Of course.
Okay.
Wow,
He
wasn't
asked
fast enough.
He asked a question.
Uh-huh.
How large does the sun appear? About 52 arc seconds.
There you go. He has that. And
No, it would be 0.53 to 0.53 degrees. So
I thought it was about, yeah.
It's the same. It's the same as the moon, roughly.
Right, half a degree.
God did it. Okay, you wished. What do you got?
Let's see. The same as it appears as 5 miles south of Buffalo, Missouri, which is 15 miles north of Springfield, Missouri, as it does in Grand Prairie, fucking Texas, which is where I am at. 6 fucking pixels. Thank you very much.
Alrighty. Or just about one thumbnail, isn't it? All right.
Bingo. Thank you very much.
And moving on.
We are told that the sun is much more massive, but 400 times further away from us than, say, the moon.
Yes. You're given a model in which it works. Quite accurate. Yes. You wished. What do you got?
You're giving a model that works. Why the fuck?
The question is, why the fuck is he rejecting it?
That does seem to be the mystery.
If he's quoting the model currently, then why is the fuck is he rejecting it? Is the real question. I'll wait at Barden and South Carrier Parkway for that one. And yes, you can Google that shit.
All right, Jared, what do you got?
Again, not given, measured, and confirmed.
There you go. And
Pause. Jared, no. It is married. It is measured. It is confirmed. Done on my end. And I'll leave it at that.
all right, and moving on.
I can't remember if those are the exact figures, but basically the idea is that the sun looks small because it's so far away.
Yeah.
But when you try to model this or illustrate this, you can, of course, you can model it any way you like. It's arbitrary.
Okay. Drink. I couldn't even let that slip by. All right. Tornado, you seem rather animated on this topic. Please go ahead.
It's not arbitrary. We can use the transit of Venus to confirm the distance to the sun. We can use the opposition of Mars to confirm the distance to the sun. And once we have the distance to the sun, it's just simple. It's just a simple ability to calculate angles. Since you know the distance to the sun and you know its angle, you can then calculate its size with a relatively good percentage of accuracy. Like 0.1%, I think, or 1%, but still better than any flat earther has ever made. So why don't you bring that up, fuckwit?
Who my? Alrighty. And RJ, what do you got?
Yeah, you'll notice that since you can't get beyond the stupid cartoon that has no measurements, the observations have to fit the actual observations. And there are zillions of them in those, what are those called? Telescopes?
Yes.
So this guy tries to do by cartoon, which makes Fred Flintstone seem like legitimate paleontology by comparison. It's pathetic. This is 2019. How dare you get on a technological device and spew such twaddle in a time when cultures are worried about the preservation of science and the freedom of scientists in various cultures that are attempting to suppress people, and yet you have the ability to put out twaddle like this. Pooey, I am ashamed that you are a vertebrate.
Alrighty, let's see. Jared, what do you got?
Oh, fuckwit, you are so wrong. And how many more times do we have to say it? You're fucking wrong.
Yeah, so it would
You
seem.
are a fucking idiot.
All right, and
hang on, I gotta get the bill.
all right.
This is beyond idiocy. This is, how the fuck do you even breathe?
One does wonder. All right, Jen, what do you got?
Not what I got, but what he's got is epistemophilia, the fear of knowledge.
Okay.
I can see that.
And
Yeah.
let's see. You wished. What do you got?
I'll defer to RJ and wait for his comments, because if he's going to echo mine, then I'm going to just defer to you.
All right, dude, RJ, enlighten us.
Oh, about what? What's that?
I don't know. You had your hand up. Say something smart.
Oh,
Yo.
I forgot to turn my hand down. On my bad.
Okay.
I'm just enthralled by the big orange thing up there, which is not to scale.
Well, we know he did his research. He knows that one way or the other, the sun is bigger than people. And if you look at his drawing, the sun is in fact bigger than people.
That's about as accurate as it is. We can now dispense with anything further.
Science achieved. All right. All right.
All right. Back to me.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, again, he does not understand scale. If that sun were indeed casting those shadows, it would have to be very, 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 very far away at that size. And he's not right. Now, wait a second. Let me zoom in on the super chat because I want to read the super chat.
Okay.
Size right.
Please go ahead and thank you, Morton. Go ahead.
Morton, let me see. Wait a second. I gotta minimize this. Wrong button. I'm still learning how to work your system. Thank you very much.
All right.
Let's see.
Big yellow thing in the middle. Not.
I know. I gotta close your chat.
The rectangulars.
All right. Let's see. This guy. I can't read it. I'm too drunk.
All right. I will take care of this one.
This is the first time I've ever been too drunk to read anything.
All right. Morton says, "This guy is so convincing. I am considering becoming a flat earther. Thoughts?"
If you can consider Bouquet Word as so convincing, I have a dick and a skull fuck for you.
Oh my. All right. Anyway,
then.
On that note, I think we should move on. Here we go.
Please do.
Oh, look at Morton. Morton says, I even spell like them. All right, moving on. Here we go.
The distance and the size to the sun, you just try and make it fit to the presupposition that we're on a globe.
Presupposition.
Let it go. We'll just ask and answer for God's sake.
Now look, my liver can't handle much more of this torture.
You know, look at the stupid on the screen. Blame him.
Yeah, there you go.
33. I'm up to 40.
Uh-oh.
I'll have some mercy.
Blame the stupid on the screen.
You know, if I blame the stupid on the screen, I wouldn't get through the night.
All right. Tornado, anything else? Ted?
Actually, it's something about the presupposition of the globe.
Okay.
Called. And yes, I'm calling drink on this.
Okay.
Because it's not a presupposition. First of all, we had the shadow measurement on back in the BCs, back 2,500 years ago. Then we had the lunar eclipses, which can only be perfectly round if the Earth is a general sphere shape. The way that land distances are not paradoxically long, and the way flight times and distances work. Basically,
Tornado, can I add to that?
Every single thing that we can do in our daily lives and measure about the Earth proves that it's a globe. And by the way,
can I add to that?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. The fact that we know lunar structure and that we know lunar craters. God, I got the hiccups now. Thank you very much, Jared. Appreciate the invitation. Strike. You are a god. Okay. To get me this drunk and keep me awake is a miracle.
Alrighty.
You can take a nap if you wish.
If I were trying to drive right now, I would be so obliterated. I would pick up my second DWI.
As a motorcyclist, I would encourage you to not go for a spin.
I am not going anywhere. My nephew has my keys. I turned them into him as soon as he got home. Before this shit show started.
Because he knew movie night was coming up.
Now, that the fact that we can measure angular craters on the moon means, number one, it is not a luminary surface. And number two, that it is illuminated by the sun. Not because of Apollo, but by simple telescopic observation. My hand is now down.
Alrighty.
Oh, and on top of that, we also have OG, everything in the last 2,500 years ever. Oh, and even more so, let's take a look at some of the things that the Flat Earthers have done. In one of Simon Dan's most recent Flat Earth Fridays, there was a Flat Earther who actually caught the curvature of the Earth with water obscuring a part of a building, and with the height could be easily taken, the amount of covered building could be easily confirmed by taking it into account refraction and the height of the actual elevation of the bottom of the building.
You know what? I agree. I agree 100% with that.
And on top of that, the flat earther who saw that denied what he captured.
Well,
So, in other words,
he was so beyond wrong. I would have had to have been drunk to accept it, and even then, I wouldn't have been able to.
And on top of that, we also have Bob Nodal, who picked up 15 degrees per hour of drift with the ring laser gyro, and he decided to hide it from and he decided to never bring it up. He decided, instead of being intellectually honest and saying, "Hey, look, we got this."
No, it gets much worse than that, because when I pressed Bob Nodal personally, he blocked me.
So he's lying. And Jaren, whenever
he knows he's lying. Not only does he know he's lying, Jaren will not even admit that the fact that 17 feet equals 23 feet. They're both lying. Globe Blusters needs the capital. Where do they get their capital? Oh, wait. Super chats from YouTube. Guess what? This channel needs more.
And what do you think? And yeah, like I said, I'm a Christian and I enjoy science.
Indeed.
You know what? I'm a Christian. I'm an agnostic. I don't deny God, but I don't admit God. So, you know what? Guys out there that think about their tithes, kick them to Side Strike.
Oh, my. You're making me blush over here. All right. Jen, what do you got?
Well, to get back to the actual point at hand, I'm sick to death of all the flurfers with their presupposition, this presupposition that when they're talking about what we're coming across with. Their presupposition is that the Earth is flat. Their presupposition is that we all operate on the same subnormal intellectual level as they do. I'm tired of it. I want to stand up against it, and I would like to see all of us start demanding that they prove their flat Earth instead of just denying our globe.
Oh, they hate it when we do that because they have nothing. I've actually gotten a number of them to get verbally angry and agitated with me by just simply asking them, please provide some positive evidence for your claims. And I let them speak. But as soon as they say, well, I know it's not, and it's like, no, not what it's not. You need to provide evidence for what it is that you are claiming.
Yeah, good.
And they can't.
I think you have a bit of a wait for that. Anyway, alrighty.
He thinks he'll be waiting a long time for that.
I would tend to agree. All right. And here we go. More stuff. Almost the end of the stuff, though. Fear not.
Ultimately, you have to come back to making those comparisons with real life. That if the sun is larger than the Earth, globe, or otherwise, we simply wouldn't have shadows.
All right, that's an asked and answered, but
it's an asked and answered.
Most definitely. If we ignore distance, yes. If we ignore distance and size is right, then yes, absolutely. And moving on.
It doesn't matter where you are on the Earth, you wouldn't have shadows. Now, of course, we know that we do have shadows throughout the day. It doesn't matter whether you're on the equator or way up north or south. the shadow, our length of shadow changes throughout the day. So it's this simple
drink. I have to say it. I have to fucking say it.
Oh,
But he was right.
I defer to Tornado Point or Tornado Pelt because I think he's going to say the same thing I am going to say.
Tornado?
Distance, you fucking retard! Distance! Have you ever heard of fucking distance?
Oh my.
Distance!
Well, yeah, that's why he had to go to Thailand because he had this nasty thing called a restraining.
Man-boy love association.
Oh my. Alrighty.
I apologize, Sidestrike. No, it's not just distance. Angular resolution, you fucking retard. Angular resolution.
Well, it's not even that. He was factually correct. Yes, we have shadows on the Earth. It's still a fucking globe.
Because, Jared, of angular resolution. We must remember these facts because if we forget them, we are doomed to repeat them as flat earthers.
That would be tragic. But hey, Chris, thank you very much. Chris says, I don't have something pithy to say, just take my money. All right, thank you very much. All right.
And Sidestrike, if you hang on for about 15 minutes and let me log into my other account, Repentant Conservative, I will kick you my $2 of free income for the month that I get for being a premium subscriber over on my other channel. No, you may not like my politics, but my politics are my own. Science and fact are two sides of the same coin to me, and they are irrefutable. Everybody
what do you think
gets
about global warming thing?
Yeah, they should be universal.
Everybody gets to believe what they want. I don't give a fuck about global warming simply because there's not enough evidence out there either way to support it. Because the Earth cycles every 100,000 years.
You've been reading the wrong delusions.
Well, and even that may not even be something we need to worry about, whether it is a cycle or something like that. The question we should be asking is, can we do anything to change that? Because whether
you know what, I'm not worried about whether we can change it or not. If I don't live on the coast, what does it matter to me? I live in Dallas.
I'm worried about
because it's going to affect everybody, and your grandchildren are going to die from it.
My grandkids aren't born yet. Okay, except for 3 of them, and they're going to have to deal with repercussions of my actions, and I'm fine with that.
Indeed, the coastal areas, that might be a problem and something for those not on the coast to not worry about.
Once the Gulf Stream shuts down, the North Atlantic freezes the fuck over. That has been proven throughout time. Every time the Gulf Stream has shut down, the North Atlantic freezes over, causing another ice age. I'm fine with that because that has been proven throughout history.
But the only thing I was going to the point about the coastal areas suffering, that's one thing. The other, I'm a little concerned about food production because we're almost straining. We're almost straining at the moment.
No, we're already straining at the moment.
Yeah, most definitely.
You don't realize how much we are straining at the moment. You don't realize how much pressure we're putting on the bread belt to produce.
We really need to get off this topic.
Moving on.
Yeah.
All right, we could do that.
I apologize. Let's move on.
That works too. All right, and let's see. Diana, did you have something to add?
Well, okay, just a really quick one.
Okay.
You mentioned that it doesn't matter what anybody believes. Well, okay, I'll go so far as to say it doesn't matter much what you believe, but it does matter quite a bit what you do about what you believe.
That's true.
And with that, allow me to say I agree. We've got to do something, but that something cannot be so radical that it affects, number one, the historical economy and the current economy. If we do one of those two things, we destroy
It's
the
already
current
it's already affecting the current economy. The insurance claims from the devastations of every storm that comes along now is a 100-year storm or a 500-year storm.
right, but I
we have gone
not
beyond
correct
the point of
because
return.
Canton, Texas.
We don't change now. The planet
Texas.
is
5 seconds. I'm muting everybody. 5 seconds. I'm muting everybody.
Not
4,
correct because
3,
Canton, Texas was just
2,
3 days ago hit with
1,
PM3.
and that's it.
Mute.
Alrighty. Hey, look at that silence. How cool could that be? Anyway, hey, how about we move on to a new topic, shall we?
How about?
All right. Anyway, yeah, there was something we were doing. What the hell was it?
Laughing at an idiot.
Oh yes, yes.
sorry.
Let's get that going. Here we go.
Observation of our reality that tells us that the light source is local or
Drink.
small.
No, it's not.
Absolutely.
That's not
Most-
worthy, period.
Most definitely, no, it's not, and that is definitely asked and answered. Ultra wrong. And moving on.
We are stationary, and the light source
Drink.
is moving
No, it's not.
above us.
No, it's not.
Stationary is moving shadows.
Oh my god.
Because
If
in this
he's
scenario,
making
it
motions
doesn't
like
matter
he's
if you're on
holding a
globe that's
fucking
moving.
dildo, it's never a fucking
Once you're
drink.
facing the sun,
You got to
there
listen
will
to the
be no
words.
shadows. It's either light
Jared,
or dark.
shut up. Watch
There
his
would be
hand
no
motions
shadows.
because
So the
his
only
words are
way
intended to make you think that he's holding a phallus.
All right.
I have watched enough of Phuket words to know when he is intending to shove a dildo up his ass.
I
like piggy.
don't want to think about that. I really don't. So let's just let him talk.
So what you're saying is, don't ask you to imagine that. All right. Moving on. Here we go.
I am saying that.
All right. Here we go.
we can actually observe shadows on the Earth.
Yes, we can.
Is with this kind of scenario. A large
No,
sun
you can't.
or a
No,
small
no.
sun,
Nope.
height above the Earth, irrelevant.
Paused.
Doesn't matter.
All
Not
right.
drink worthy, but no, you cannot imagine any two people 70 miles away experiencing the same sun. It is physically impossible for two people 70 miles away to experience the same sun. Angular resolution, yes. Shadow, no. Thank you very much.
All
Have a
right.
nice day.
And here we go.
Fact of the matter is that it makes a lot more common sense, and it's demonstrably so
Oh,
when you make an illustration.
Oh my.
oh, let me raise my hand here. Yes.
Okay.
No, it is not demonstrably so. I am 420 miles plus distance from my wife, Phuket. She is in Missouri, Fairgrove, in fact. I am in Dallas, Grand Prairie, in fact. I will give you the exact map coordinates. She is at State Highway, Missouri 215 and 65. I am at Carrier
careful now.
Parkway and Polo Drive in Grand Prairie. Anybody care to Google Earth that?
I would, but I'm not entirely sure I'm able to operate a computer at this point.
Jared, you will capably hard.
I'm closer, but it's one of those. Yeah, we get the point. His idea is fucking wrong, as we've already explained.
You know, when you scream bingo in a bingo hall and
Yes.
everybody goes, "Oh God!"
Uh-oh. We've tipped.
You have just done that with the grand prize winner.
All right, back on topic.
Hey, welcome back. All right.
Who posted that shit?
Here we go.
Back on topic.
Yes, precisely. Back
Love
to,
you.
back to moving on. We shall. Here we go.
And in real life, that we have a sun that is somewhere above a flat Earth. It's moving about creating shadows of different length throughout the
Drink.
day, depending on your location.
Wow.
Okay, so you disagree that we have a sun moving above a flat Earth, making different shadows, Tornado?
Yes, I can make 6 naked eye observations that completely knacker that idea. You
So,
prefer those?
So, asked and answered, you're saying.
Well, not only that, but hey, Mr. Fuckwit, where's your evidence of this? And how does the sun move around the North Pole? Oh wait, fucking magic, of course.
Magic's always the answer. Alrighty.
Magic is peddled by charlatans. What does that make you, fuckwit?
Oh my. Alright, last minute. We got 1 minute left. Here we go.
Location. So of course, if you're never near the equator, if you're always, north of the equator, then you're never going to have no shadow.
All right.
If I am near the equator,
yes,
then my wife's shadow should cast no shadow except below her feet. If I am near the equator, it is exactly the same point, and I stand 4 foot taller than my wife. I should cast no shadow. Get the fuck bent. What is that?
All right.
Bet you'll cast a better shadow.
Where's the curve? All right, moving on.
Shadow. Now, the length of the shadow will depend on how far away the sun has gotten from you.
Shadow size matters.
Yeah. So
Oh my God! Pause the fuck out of that.
His update?
I am sorry, but you know what? I call drink on this.
Okay.
Sigh, your internal messages.
Alrighty.
Yeah, your internal messages, because that sounds too much like Charlotte's voice at the point. I am sorry, Karis, but that sounds too much like your voice.
All right.
I'm 6 feet of path.
Very good.
If the sun is directly passing over me and my wife are exactly 5 inches in physical difference, measured by doctors. And we both cast shadows of 0. What the literal fuck?
I just noticed we seem to have tipped You Wished.
No. I was thinking long ago.
Where I come from, we
my
have
shit.
a pastime of cow tipping. I think we've gone wish tipping.
All right.
Wish,
That's called wish
just
tipping.
farting
Ha
on
ha
tip. Mark, Wish just laying on the fucking ground next to the fucking cow that you tipped.
Alrighty.
I didn't catch but half of that.
Let us move on. Here we go. We got to be near the end before somebody dies here. Here we go.
And again, I encourage people to just try this for themselves. Go and make your own little models. Get a flat.
Now, Bo, that wasn't me. That was in the video we're watching.
Whoa! Wow, that was a very
Moving on.
No.
That was Jared.
Here's an actual drink. Also, You Wished.
There's an actual drink there.
Here's the thing. He tells us to go do these things, to do it ourselves. What's really funny with him saying that is a former YouTuber who used to go by the moniker Tiger Dan tried to do just that. Tried to make a workable flat earth map. Just the map alone. And by episode 4, he said, I can't fucking do it, guys. It's not working. It's not going to work. It's not fucking flat. And he was ostracized from the community.
Yeah.
Oh.
Indeed.
No.
Yes, that's how it happened.
He went fucking crazy because all the flat earthers came back and said he was a Poe, he was a fraud, he was everything else. I remember that was part of what brought me into this community. I was fine dealing with politics and church shootings and school shootings and everything else. But no, I got brought into this by him because he denied every church shooting I covered. he denied every school shooting I covered. Some in my home state.
Alrighty. And here we go. Oh, we're wrapping it up here. We're this is great. Here we go.
Yeah, we're beyond Jewish threshold of alcohol consumption.
I kind of got that
point where
that
Jewish will
impression.
become belligerent assholes.
Just let it happen.
I don't think I've ever become a belligerent asshole.
They let it happen.
Yes. No. Just let the video happen.
Here we go.
You've never seen when you wish lets it happen.
Just
trust me,
Wish
it
just,
never
just
happens. the way you
lie
want.
back and shh.
there you go. All right. Here we go.
Surface, get a curved surface, move the light about, move the surface about, and you will see for yourself what this actually means. If you try to model what we are told is our reality.
We are paused.
If I pause the video at a specific point, sun will never change angular size, which is what he is trying to claim here.
Give me that drink.
You know what, Karis? Karis, I love you enough that I will give you this drink. It is 1 ounce in size. It is Texas whiskey. You are welcome. Oh my God, I am fucking drunk.
All right.
You are more than welcome to my drink.
Everybody, just let's finish this before one of us dies.
It's nap time. It's nap time in Texas.
Is there anybody we can contact to check up on him?
Hey, get some what? No, don't move.
Here we go. Moving on.
Yes, I love you, but yeah.
Here we go.
When we are given this heliocentric model,
a
massive light source beaming down on us.
Just wrong, but let it go.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait.
Anyone who brings up Eratosthenes.
What?
I am
let it
dumb as
go.
a fucking rock.
Okay.
I equate to a freaking.
Done.
Jared, would you run over me if I were a rock on your bike?
Come on, let's move on.
All right, here we go. Thank you, Karis. Here we go.
Knees or even sticks and shadows as some kind of observational proof that we live on a globe.
I want pizza.
They have no grasp on reality.
Pineapple
All they
pizza?
can ever do is argue from.
Wait, no, I have plenty of proof on a pineapple pizza that this will perpendicular every cut that I make perfectly north, south, east, and west. Continue.
In
All
the
right,
corner.
Tornado, go ahead.
If you're saying that people who do this have no grasp on reality, Mr. Fuckwit, then you are literally denying 2,500 years worth of actual science that's been done repeatedly.
Tornado, no, he is denying everything that has been done before his computer was ever built.
It's funny that he's.
Let's continue.
It is funny that he's accusing people of denying reality while he's in the process of denying reality, isn't it? All right, here we go. Here we go.
On the point of a model, but even so,
20
we've
seconds.
seen that model and the assumptions made for that model have no basis in reality.
Don't even listen to him. Blah 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 blah. Nothing. All right, there we go. And there we go. Hey, victory! Victory! All right. Okay. And who broke movie night this time?
Hey, you know what, Slice Right? If you never had me
broke
on,
Wish.
I fully understand. I fully
You broke
agree
the
with
wishbone.
Oh no. All right. Well, that was that was
fascinating.
I would just stop with that was, because that's all we can really say about that.
That was.
Yes. And
Okay. Slice Right.
Yes.
On an honest note.
Yes.
Oh,
If you never have me on your show again, I fully understand. I fully agree with it. I'm drunk as fuck.
See, I don't.
You have gotten me drunker than I ever was.
See, I don't think that'll be the case. We'll just be we'll just be more careful next time. That's all. We'll pick a less dumb video.
You need to bring me on when I'm fully prepared to be sober.
Chris Kelling, super chat.
You need to bring me on when I'm fully prepared to bring on Kent Hogan or
all right,
Hogan Jr.
Coming up. That's up. We got a super chat. Chris Kelling, thank you very much. Driving down the road looking for a Waffle Hut, drinking lots of wild turkey. Tom Servo, MST3K.
Yes.
Legend of Boogie Creek.
David, if you're drinking wild turkey while driving,
hey,
my
Wish.
recommendation is pull the fuck over, go to sleep before you end up like me, unable to get a driver's license, unable to get an ID.
Hey, Wish.
You have to having to the end up family to take the fuck care of you.
Now, Wish.
I am there.
Get some water before you go to sleep.
No.
Yeah,
you need no.
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
yes, yes, you do.
Dehydration is
They do no.
You are going to feel like shit when you wake up.
Because if an officer witnesses them throwing up out of their vehicle, that is reason enough to give them a breathalyzer. They will fail the breathalyzer.
No,
right there on the site.
No, you wished. We are telling you to go drink some water.
Please do. It'll be good, trust me. And it'll prevent dehydration, which is often the result of alcohol consumption.
Okay.
Now, there was a question directed at me from the chat from Chris Katsolis.
Okay.
Did I dare him to keep up with the drink counter? Inadvertently, yes.
Oh my.
No, you did not, Jared.
It was meant. Hang on. It was my show
Jared,
that it
Jared,
was my show that
Jared,
it happened on.
Time out. Jared, stop.
Really?
I dared myself. I kept up with the drink counter. I pay the consequences. Yes or no?
And here's the thing. That conversation happened on my show prior to movie night.
Oh no!
That conversation was already pre-plotted.
Hang on.
Stop, Jared. Shut up, Jared.
How many more times are you going to interrupt me, dude?
Okay, I'm muting everybody in this conversation right now. Let's just take a chill pill, take a drink of water.
That works. Alrighty. Now that there is calm, let us go with the hands. I see Tornado still has the hand. Tornado, do you have something to add, or is that a leftover hand?
That was the last time I had my hand up.
All right. Next hand I see on the list is Jared. Jared, what have you to say?
I do take ownership of it because it was a topic that part of me wanted someone who would be able to keep up with myself and Psystrike, so we weren't the only ones getting obliterated by the stupid. And for that, I say you wished. I'm sorry.
All right. And Jen, enlighten us. What have you to add?
Tonight has made me proud of two things. One, I'm proud that I'm not a flat earther.
Okay.
Bucket Wit teaches me every time that it's good to be a thinker.
Yes.
And two, I've also reinforced my feelings tonight that it's important to drink and not become stupid, only to observe it.
Ah, okay. You know, we might want to add that to our
quotations.
Thank you.
I feel like you might want a little help there.
Yeah, I knew there were words here, and so there were. All right, now that being, let's see, we're done with that. So,
Just for future reference, though, when we call drink,
okay,
it doesn't mean
hold on. Wait.
Don't know.
Hold on,
Karis.
Guys, Karis is speaking.
Yep.
You do not need to imbibe the entire drink each time you can sip.
Oh, did we fail to mention that?
Yes, I think you did.
Oh my! All right, our fault.
I mean, with 42 sips, you can get through a few shots. That's fairly decent if you're not drinking any water with them.
Indeed. Alrighty. Let's see. Morton. Super chat for Morton. Proud not flat earther. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. Let's see. And it appears that your wish has the hands up.
Oh, look at Bo though.
Oh,
What's Bo say?
Bo says, and you say that I'm anti-brevity.
all right.
Go ahead.
Karis, you have been a point of entertainment since I started watching Sci-Strike.
Ah.
Sometimes I get out of hand too. You're not alone by any means.
You know what? When I hear your voice, it is a point of piggy exacerbation. But
I'm confused.
You got the right patient, at least.
Your scientific knowledge and your ability to rein in the conversation is beyond exceptional.
Ah.
Oh, thank you, gentle sir.
And for that, I will forever admire and respect you. So if you ever tell me, shut the fuck up, you wished, or repentant conservative, I will do just that.
Oh,
That was an invitation.
Because regardless of the other two guys in the chat, you
Hey guys,
number
can you
one,
still hear me?
you number one have my respect.
Yes, Tornado.
And you have my absolute honor.
Hey, what's Pig doing in the chat and not in here?
Because Pig is shipped his chips off.
Oh, he was in. He was here. I just saw him in the chat and looked over here, and he's not here.
He finally got in after everybody else left.
Nope.
Guys, I'm not going to be able to raise the hand anymore because apparently Zoom has decided to completely and utterly obliterate itself.
I've seen that happen before.
I said
Anyway.
I can still hear you. I'm still talking to you.
Tornado?
Yes.
Tornado. Okay. And let me say this. You sound like one of my favorite YouTubers who follows storms through.
Well, Wish, maybe he needs to become one of your favorite YouTubers.
No. He will be one of my favorite YouTubers. Not one of my favorites, but one of my favorites. Because I find his voice as...
I call drink.
Jared. Jared, doorknob head.
Let me finish.
Jared, doorknob head.
Or will you
get the last one? Yeah.
endlessly interrupt me?
Go ahead.
Wish, have you not listened to me? I interrupt Sai at every turn.
I love you, Paris. I love you merely for that fact. Please do not interrupt me in this.
Wish, are you begging me for mercy?
I am begging you for orgasmic mercy.
All right.
One more.
All right, that's a little personal.
Getting cut off.
I am begging you for more than I would beg my wife.
No!
I think we're getting a little bit.
We might want to turn this down a little bit.
Yeah, we're a little bit over the line. All right, let us.
Sir, you're getting cut off. Please
guys,
wait.
Wait. Karis, before you say anything, let me say this.
Oh no.
You guys might want to leave this because this is going to get very personal.
Okay.
Very fast.
Somebody might want to stay.
Karis, run the mute.
This considered a very merciful mute.
Absolutely.
This way it preserves you, and that's what we want.
Agreed.
Also, drink water.
Drink water. All right.
Lots of water. Much water.
Pig's back. Pig, welcome back.
I will unmute now.
Especially quickly. Don't hold it against him.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm thinking the safest thing to do at this point is.
God damn it! He figured out how to unmute.
Let us.
Sci-Strike, I greatly appreciate the opportunity to appear on your panel. I may never appear again. I fully understand that. I greatly appreciate the chance.
Well, you
Look
No,
at that.
you're fine. Just
You
go a little lighter on the alcohol.
you grade yourself too harshly. The important part is, did you have a good time tonight?
Sir, I am completely and totally wasted. Yes, I count that.
I don't know. I couldn't tell.
completely and
I'm
totally
not sure. Yeah.
Juris, may I say that if I had the chance,
Get that on the mute.
I'm good.
Go ahead. There you go.
Thank you.
All right, now that we've reached that, without further interruption, we have reached that portion of the show, and I hate the word portion, called Plug and Pug. Anyone who
For your own
wishes,
sake, Wish. Don't hate me now, but you'll thank me later.
anyone who wishes to say something about what they're doing on or off the internet, not that pig. Please put the hand up and we will go down the list and hear about all the wonders of the panel. All right, let us...
Oh, definitely. I'm putting my hand up.
All right. Let us...
I'm not sure if I should be worried about that or not.
Oh, Jared, you should be worried about that.
All right, starting at the...
I'm going to put
being worried.
on your freaking channel at the pig left.
Start...
All right. I mean,
All right, already. Starting at the top of the list, we're going to go with Tornado. Tornado, if you would not
Wish
mind,
I will unmute when it's your turn.
please... Tornado, please tell us how cool you are and what you do.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tornado Pelt, known as the Tornado in a Junkyard. There's a reason why I chose this name. It's to piss off creationists, especially Ray Comfort, because I'm pretty sure he uses that argument all the time. Am I right?
That he does.
So yeah, if Ray Comfort ever sees me doing the Tornado in a Junkyard thing and actually makes a comment to me in the video response, I will be quite happy that I managed to at least put a bee in his bonnet. And I'm also a gamer. I do Kerbal Space Program. I also do Ark Survival Evolved and various other things and stuff. I most likely will be playing games about space or things of that nature. But I also love to do debunking of stuff. So send me that stupid in the trailer comments, which I will be posting in the internal chat. Send me some stupid so I can debunk it, please. I need stupid to debunk for my first official stupid debunking thing. Anyone have some good stupid to suggest for me?
Work on it.
I'm sure you'll get some good submissions. All right. Let's see. Before the pug. Yes, absolutely. We've got nudity in the chat. Unacceptable. Fixing it now. Fixed. All right. If anyone catches sight of any other indecency in the chat, please let me know and we will address it. We will address it immediately. All righty. Well, thank you, Tornado. And next on the list, Pig. Glad you made it back in time. Tell us how cool you are and what you do, please.
I do some streaming on a little site called Chatterbait. And that's about it.
All right, well, thank you, Pig. You've caused me to pirate at you. Jared, please tell us how cool you are and what you do.
So, for those who are unaware, I am the Angry Eagle over at AT2 Productions. I also run a smaller channel for now called AT2 Moto, where I ride around, talk about random shit, which lately has been very much of a self-help type of vibe to it. And I don't know whether or not I want to continue that avenue.
I think
go watch, leave your feedback, and let me know.
Jared, I think you take a lot what you do on that bike towards me and my situation, because each time I watch it, it's really relevant, like extremely relevant to the point where it's concerning. I'm looking for cameras.
Part of it is you, but it's not entirely you.
I know, and that's the weird part. I have to guess.
Alrighty.
But yeah,
sounds like a mindfuck.
Oh, it can be, because I will be honest that I have had a few friends mention a couple of the topics that I've touched on in my own manner, so as not to be too detailed in public, that it was stuff that they needed to hear. So that I do intend on keeping it very much organic what I want to say about a topic. But if you guys have something you want my opinion on, by all means ask, and I will respond to it either through a video on there, through a live stream on there, or on my main channel, AT2 Productions. Because yeah, before this we had a little bit of fun, and I'm not sure if you wished had a little too much pregame.
Oh my.
Maybe.
Oh my. All
And a
right.
lot of it- Oh, also, Jared, can the next topic be abortion?
Okay,
No.
let's go. Moving on.
Moving on. Here we go. Diana, please tell us how cool you are and what you do.
Well, hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. I am Diana Clarion, the Lavender Lady. How the heck are ya? I do a talk show every Sunday at noon, or pretty much every Sunday, called Coffee with Lavender. I have many much wonderful guests who are titans in their own fields. And coming up this Sunday, I have as my guest our very own, the one and only, the brilliant, the beautiful RJ Downer.
Woohoo!
We'll be talking about source methods and many other things. And I am sure it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful show. Please, all of you, come on by. That would be at youtube.com/The Lavender Lady. I'll put it in the chat presently. And I hope you all come by, and I hope you love every minute of it. And if you don't, please tell me why you don't, and I'll see if I can fix it. How's that sound? Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, troops. See you on the other side.
Well, thank you very much. All righty. Let us see.
Unmute Wish.
All right.
Oh,
Wish. It's
Yeah.
your turn.
Wow.
You wish. Please tell us how cool you are and what you do.
Wish.
Are you conscious?
He was moving, so I think yep, I see movement, so he's still conscious.
Okay.
Oh, he's muted again. Hold on. Why did that happen?
I don't know.
I keep pushing the button. It's not working.
Did he disconnect his mic by accident?
No, Zoom is being stupid.
Oh God! Oh, I just muted him again.
All right.
There we go. Problem solved.
Yeah, I'm vocally active. Correct, Jared? Yes or no?
So far, we can hear you.
Yep.
Kind of worried about what you're gonna say, but
No,
go ahead.
I mean, you shouldn't be.
Arrow on
Jared.
arrow on
Come
the
on.
button, Karis. Arrow on the button.
You know, I'm gonna push everybody to H2 Moto and H2 Production. If you're not familiar with those two channels, you need to go check them out.
Absolutely.
Our mastered Jared is an absolute awesome host and is very, very liberal in his views. And I yield to that. I bow to that.
Alrighty.
Do I need to side strike? Do I need to say more to honor my Lord God and host Jared?
No. I think you pretty much covered it there, and I have to say it was all pretty accurate. Anyone unfamiliar
Jared,
should.
your turn.
That's it. I'm starting a religion.
I can't.
You know what? If you,
I can't
Jared,
unmute.
if you start a religion, I'm
call
going to be your first follower. Thank you very much.
I'm
I thank my God, ATP, Jared.
Alrighty. That's a ringing endorsement, Jared. That's pretty good. Alrighty, and let's see. Next on down the list, we've got Blitz. Blitz, please tell us how cool you are and what you do.
Well, I don't know how cool I am, but I know that RJ is pretty awesome.
Indeed.
And he's got a couple of books out there you should go get.
Absolutely. I myself am in possession of Evolution Slam Dunk, and he does some mighty fine fiction work as well. Since RJ... you know what? Let's see if RJ is still there. RJ, are you still there? Oh my god, you guys killed RJ.
RJ.
You bastards!
Now wait a second. How did we kill RJ? I did not pull the trigger on the gun.
Well,
I
so
didn't hold him
Wish has been
hostage.
drinking and RJ passed
I
out.
didn't do anything to
No.
kill RJ.
All
well,
right.
keep in mind, RJ did say he might have to leave early because of the plans that he has tomorrow.
Yes, he did. And
RJ had plenty enough to drink. I know because I have had plenty enough.
alrighty. Well, just tortucan.wordpress.com. Go there. Do what it says.
Buy his frickin' book.
Buy the books. The books are
Yes.
good. Evolution Slam Dunk.
The two he's written and the two he's working on.
Yeah,
Indeed.
Evolution Slam Dunk and the Paralogs of Phineas Fogg.
Phileas, isn't it? Yes.
Phileas.
Phileas Fogg. Indeed. Alrighty. Well, thank you. And moving down the list, Jen, please tell us how cool you are, what you do.
I'm only moderately cool, but it is time for me to get online and do a stream. So I am beginning the process of accumulating equipment. I'm a pauper on Social Security retirement income only. So I am looking for donations of used equipment that I can build my own PC and do some streaming and maybe even a little gaming here and there.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
That's all.
I've got a heap of stuff. remember,
Cool.
I had a
We shall talk.
Remember, I had a computer company.
Oh, you did? I didn't know that.
Indeed. So
Well, then I
yeah.
just wanted like a 370 board and maybe a 1060 graphics. And
Alrighty.
64 mega RAM and gig of RAM.
Okay.
No Cray?
Doorknob wants everybody to know that he has used equipment.
Okay. Very good.
Wrong kind of
wrong
equipment,
kind
though.
of equipment, though.
I see. Alrighty. Let's see. Did we miss anybody? We got Tornado, we got Pig, we got Yuish, we got Jen.
Blitz when we talked about RJ. I think it's time to bring on the pug.
It is precisely that time. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks a lot, folks.
Look at the cute little pug.
This is Matt.
Jared,
Thanks a lot, Trip C on the other side.
Indeed.
Jared, I need to talk to you then.
Are you sure you're able to talk that much?
No, I'm not.
I'm worried.
Have your same thing with someone.
Oh my.
Jared, you wish here. I need to talk to you.
I'm still here, still coherent enough.
In your chat.
I'm
Message
lucky I'm
me.
still coherent. Oh wait, no I'm not. I drink soda.
Yes, because
You,
you're not
you
as-
wish. I hope you get to your bedroom without going upstairs.
Oh, I'm already in my bed.
Oh, by the
God.
way, you wish I have this habit of drinking soda every movie night.
What are we going to do? Did you wish Lee?
Yeah.
I was seriously going to ask him, does he have someone there to check up on him?
Well, he had mentioned.
Wouldn't worry.
He is staying with a family member, so that family member is there and was aware that he would be enjoying some drinking tonight. I don't think he quite knew just how much.
I don't think we did either.
Wow.
Oh, no, I did, and I tried to warn him, and I tried to tell him, it's been a while, take it easier.
42 is a little bit higher than us most nights.
32. Are we still live?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, hi guys.
You were about to say something else, weren't you?
No.
No, not at all.
Eric, we are not live. Feel free to talk. I promise. Besides being quiet for that reason.
Giggity. You mean we don't want to make the end of the show even more interesting? Some would even say that it's riveting.
Oh, God knows what I'm like when I get
Oh my.
having wild flashbacks.
Wait. Is that why you were so quick to mute You Wished? Because you knew where it was going?
Oh my.
Karis, I meant to ask, how did your Thursday
All right.
morning go?
All right, good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye.